come with me and drive on the driveway again. Stop, go down in the door. Now we're going to see if the footprint matches the boot. Do a little latent fingerprint in here, but on a, well, I don't latent finger. Hey! Stupid cops are. Hey, stop it. Sorry, that's my puppy. He gets it. Hey, yatta boy. Stop. All done. You stay. We go see if these cop suckers are. Yatta boy, stop. All right, we're gonna go out here and again see if I can get a copy of this print of these tires, because if this Tango, stop. They just drove up on the driveway there, and we'll see if this fingerprint matches. You know, we'll do a matchup here. So thought we'd come in. We go live here because they were down. I didn't have my phone; it was charging, and so we're gonna go down to the end of the driveway and see if we can match up this tire print and see if it matches these cop suckers down here who are now down at the end of the driveway, stopping and coming down here. And then I went in to go get the phone, and so they took off. So they went down. What was that? Went down Walled the other way? Yeah, straight forward. So we'll see if these cop suckers prints, because they went down there, matches this tire print, and see if they're stupid enough to drive back over here. I told them these dumbasses, their phones are paying, you know, they don't think about what they're doing. So, well, the pole got run over. The totem down there, desert rat totem, whatever they call the pagan pole there with a. So we're gonna go match, because I bet you the prints are still gonna be there where they ran directly into the pole. So did he go run over the other sign? I wonder if that one's run over yet.
Like he did pull up to it,
Yeah, I wonder if that's what he did. We just know that this cop.
Stood up on the rail and looked like he did pull up that way.
Well, because he did pull up that little thing and turn around. It looks like, you know, the little turnaround that I had. So we're documenting cop suckers, tyrants. You probably got some tyrants in your town. You got the state police, tyrants. Got the county sheriffs, tyrants. Got the deputies, tyrants. Got the city cops, tyrants. Pigs. So, all right, hey, the pole's still up. They maybe went up there because they knocked over the pole, and they're having to see. Looks like it's leaning a little bit now. No, stop, Ray. Stop, please, because there's where the tire print's at. I didn't mean to. Guys, I didn't mean to do that, because
yeah, I just almost hit that one.
I want to see if this tire print, because this cop just pulled around here, and see if this stupid cops, how stupid they are. They're stupid fucking cops is what they are. I apologize for my cursing, but let's see. Apologize. I'm like, hey, let's not run it over. Is this the print? Is this the print that's going to match? If this print matches up here, we got these cops, man. How stupid can they be? So this is where they just went and pulled around. And, you know, they're going to have different prints, but so they come up here and drive on this driveway. They have no reason to be up here. They came up here. You can see this is the cop prints. Simply came up here and then stopped right here so they can stalk me again. These fucking chicken shit cops, the same shit they pulled before they SWAT raided this damn house, was parked right there. Then he pulled back out. So let's see if these are cop prints that hit the sign, because I'm thinking they are. So they knocked over the desert rat totem, which has been here for some time. Good thing we documented it, because it rained. So we went ahead and re-erected the pole. We're not going to let them knock us down. They're cop suckers. So this pole was right here. And again, we have the print, so that's okay. I filmed it, and I'll be able to go into my CapCut program, and we'll do an overlay of the tire prints, because the tire came directly and hit this, and I have the measurements from in front, and it was 3 feet. So wherever hit that, that has to have like a big bull bar, like a big cop sucker's got on the front of their car. So this pole has been out here for years. I put it out here so people can, you know, understand where we're at. Once you get out here, see there's no street sign. This is walled road, and the GPS tells you to go that way. When I put this over here, this has got a triangle on it. You come over here now, Kevin. You want? So we re-erected it, and then they drove over here. You can specifically see that they drove around. Here's this cop print. So I'm going to show you that these people are absolutely, again, stalking me, being fucking tyrants like they are, like pigs do. And, you know, they're bad pigs belong in the pig pen, a penitentiary. So this sign tells us to go this way out to the farm. So this cop sucker again now, how stupid are y'all? Wonder if this is the same officer that drove in here, was the same one that drove directly, because we have it on the live stream where we can see them come off the road directly from here where this pole was sitting, come over here, curve over, and make sure the tire print is 76 inches across from print to print. So I brought my measuring tape with me, and it's 3 feet from that bumper to that tire. So that's somebody had to have a very large vehicle, 5 feet between 67 on the outer tire. So we'll see if it's one of these cop suckers or not. The good chance is I've not pissed up anybody. Yeah, 1600 phones. We're out in the desert, you idiot. Get out of here there, stupid bull. So he drives in here, and this is his print, and he stops. What the fuck is he coming in here for? And stopping right there and then pulling out, because they're harassing me. Police can harass people. So these are the prints, and we're going to get a print and see how stupid these fucking cops are, because I'm pretty sure that these tire prints are going to be 67 inches across and 5 feet between the two of them. If there is, well, then cops need to go to jail. Wouldn't you agree? Bad pigs go to the pig pen, the pig penitentiary, right? So let's get us a tape measure and see what it is, because I used to be a pig myself. Where's the tape measure?
Will it happen? I'm not super confident, but
all right, so people think cops can't commit crimes, huh? Okay, whatever. Well, what do you know, brothers and sisters? 67 inches. Would you look at that? Oh my goodness. 67 inches, exactly like the print that was up there. Oh, let's do an inside print. Yeah, 67 inches. What a bunch of cop suckers, man. 67 inches, man. Look at that. Went right back over his same tire print. Look at that. Because there's two there. See? Back over the same print. What a bunch of idiot cops, man. I got you, Lake County. And if you're on here watching this live stream, you might as well just go turn yourself in to Paul and go ahead and sign the paperwork. Just check yourself in and go put your little orange jumpsuit on. You guys are fucking criminals, guys. 5 feet, brothers, sisters. 5 feet in between the tread. Exactly the same as it was on the live stream. 5 feet and 67 inches. Would you look at that? Gotcha, Lake County, once again. How stupid are you guys to drive on this property with the same tire tread? Let's get a good look at that tire tread there. Remember, it was 67 inches from outer tire to outer tire. 67 inches. Would you look at there? There's the inside of that print right there. Let's go right here. What a bunch of idiots to drive right back to the scene of the crime, huh? Criminals. Absolute criminals. Outer tire. Let's go over here. We can see this a little better. Well, you got 2 tire prints rolling over the same tire right there, so we can't take one. You've seen where independently, though, where I'm giving you these measurements. Cops driving, and then they stop right here. So we're documenting that this cop stops right here. You can see he gets himself very level so he can get a clear view to fucking harass me again. Look at this shit. Look at these cops, dude. These people get away with this in this fucking town, but not forever, guys. Even if they escape this shit. Yeah, this is turning, so we won't get an accurate. But we came back over here where we had a clear tire tread, and I showed you again, it's 67 inches, brothers and sisters. 67 was the exact number between the tire treads last time, and that's what we got today. So I want answers, Lake County. I want to know whose officers' phones and were they pinged, and did they hit this? Because this is your tire tread. Why does this tire tread match the same? Here we coming out. And what the hell are you doing on my property right now? And this ain't my property, but yeah, like stalking me. I don't have the front 40, but we got the back 40 back there. Literally. Ha! Ever heard of the back 40? Ah! So here we go. We're going to drive up with no reason, right? Why would you pull up here? What was their purpose to pull up right here? Their purpose was to pull up here, and you'll see that they make a nice, clean. I mean, how stupid are you cops? I got your tire tread the other day. Remember? Oh yeah, brother, sister, that's starting to look. Now, I'm not sure every one of these cop cars has the same truck, same tire tread, but it's definitely the same distance. And then we're gonna pull out and make sure we get nice and straight. So what are we looking at? What are we looking at? Why is he talking? Because they're harassing me and stalking me again. They're harassing me and stalking me again. Brother, sister, I already ran over the pole, and I know it's them. And now why the hell they would be over here today? So they're stupid enough to fucking drive back over here. Like an arsonist, they go back to the scene of the crime. That's what these criminals do. There's a crime, brothers and sisters. Watch. Like, for example, let me show you something here. You see this sign? This sign, I wanted to bring my vehicle. I know a gentleman that has a property at the very far end. This is Old Lake Road down there at the far end. Okay? The very far end of here, this is oil dry. Okay? Christmas Valley Highway is up there. I wanted to put my Jeep for sale up on the highway. Well, I was concerned somebody might break into it, but now I'm so concerned that the cops would vandalize my property, and now I can't even use my friend's property to put my vehicle out at the highway. Dude, that is crazy, guys. That's how far this has gotten. I can't even put my vehicle out at the highway because they already crashed into this sign and knocked it over, which I did a live stream, and it's been out there for years. And now I know it's the cops because we saw them in the area. I want their phones pinged. I want to know which cops are out here because we saw several cops. So instead of them letting us, knock me down, we put it in this nice bucket of rocks for them. So if they want to hit it this time, they're going to have to hit the rock. So they'll vandalize it again. I'm sure I called them out. They're going to hit that hip camp sign sooner or later because they just can't help themselves. Well, they've already drove by, came up here, turned around, stopped, and then came out and drove that way. What the fuck are they doing? They're harassing me. So, yep, we already did some forensic work. We came and did forensic work to make sure that the outside of that tire track was 67 inches, just like the other day when the cops were here. And I want to know if their phones were pinged because I'm guaranteed it's cops. There's nobody hardly comes out here, brothers and sisters. And there was like 3 to 5 cops that we saw within a matter of, an hour, and definitely right before we left. So we've re-erected this pole. I'm not going to let these cop suckers knock me down. Hell no, I'm not. But I want to show you. This is where they hit. This is where they came in last time. Directly hit. It was 3 feet. So we need to get tire tracks. Now I don't need to pull measurements to see if that's the width. Now we need to ping the phones. Now we need to ping the phones of what officers are coming out here running over and destroying property. See why I can't even put my Jeep up for sale? I can't even put my Jeep up for sale because I wanted to bring it to the end of the highway. Chain it around. There's a sign up there. He said I could. It's his property for the trust company down here. And I was thinking I was getting ready to pull out and have Kevin follow me up there. But no, I can't. They'll vandalize it. Not the people, brothers and sisters. Not the people. The cops will do this, brothers and sisters. This is the cops that are just going to do this. I am so concerned that I can't even sell and make a living because they already wrecked my house. They vandalized and just destroyed the ministry without looking into any kind of evidence. Ran through all the kennels, all the fencing, all that stuff that was here for emergencies, for people to bring their livestock. You probably don't have any cows. You probably have chickens. You probably eat eggs from the store, about 30-day-old eggs or plus. I eat them right off the back of the chicken. So anyways, I'm a farmer. You know, I got livestock, and imagine if during the fires, if you had cows and chickens and pigs and horses and sheep and goats, and you had to put whatever you could in your trailer and leave and watch and drive away from the rest of your animals, your livelihood, I was offering at least a place for these people to stay, because I don't think any of you have a place to house people's horses, cows, pigs, chickens, sheep, goats, hogs, dogs. Well, that's what they did. These cops wrecked this, brothers and sisters. That's how much of a tyrannical Lake County Sheriff's Office in the southern, you know, I'm in the northern portion of Lake County. That's where the jail's at. You know, they've got this county is the second largest county. So thanks for bringing me up, Kevin. I knew it, dude. 67 inches and 5 feet, dude. Wouldn't you know? So there you go. Final documentation. Now, they have the right to pull in here, but what the fuck were they doing here? Why would he come in here? His tire tracks come up here, come around here. It stops right here. That's when I flipped them off and said, fuck you, pig. That's right. So, but anyways, I have my phone. Otherwise, you heard on the phone, but I went to grab my phone. And then I came in and live streamed them, and they went and pulled out to the east. So, see? I'm going to catch these pigs, guys. These pigs are criminals out here. I got more criminal behavior, and I used to be a pig myself. So I know how to document forensic evidence, take latent fingerprinting. These people forgot. I used to be a reconstructionist and investigator, a tyrant. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, bunch of drug pushers in here, guys, just like the fucking government, man. Killers and drug pushers. So thank you. I knew it, guys. How is that possible? It could have been any other kind of vehicle. I mean, it's not totally 100% yet, but we came out here, we took measurements, and now we just had the cop here because we knew it was here. I'm making, you know, we can ping his phone once again. These cops are running over my property again, brothers and sisters. They're destroying my property. They're vandalizing. So now I can't even take my Jeep up to the road and sell it and put a chain around it, because I'm worried these cops, not the locals, that somebody would steal it. That's crazy that I'm more concerned that the local pigs are going to come harass my own vehicle and then destroy it. So, cop suckers, man. No, that's for real deal, guys. Best quality camera. Shut up, FBI. Your name's so stupid, FBI. Federal Bureau of Imbeciles or Idiots. Both ignorant is what you are. Get the fuck out of here. In the name of FBI, I don't sup with pigs, people in government, alphabet soups. You can slurp your man goo gobble man chowder somewhere else. Take it somewhere else there, Bureau of Idiots. Fuck the police. You never heard a song called Fuck the Firefighters, have you? Firefighter will run into your house and save your gerbil, your daughter, your dog. All they care about is officer safety. You're in the wrong line of work, pigs. I know, I used to be one. So when I was a pig, you couldn't search a woman. You had to call in a backup officer, you know, do a pat or a frisk, you know, pat down, frisk them. Shh. Cop suckers, tyrants, they can stick their hand down a woman's pants now. They'll do it. You don't think so? You better respect my authority, or they'll put their dump clips in you. Clips in America, the most dangerous place in all of the world right now. The most dangerous place in all the world right now. I'm not under investigation, you idiot. I'm investigating them. You don't know anything about the case. They're super old. Take your XII out of here. He said before everyone was I am, so I don't sup with vipers. They haven't done any fucking work, you idiot. You don't even know they haven't even opened the case file after SWAT raiding the house a year ago. So shut the fuck up. Invoke your right to remain silent and be quiet if you'd like. Or you can leave, but you're not going to come in here and speak blasphemy. You don't know anything about the case. So now we got them running over my poles, brothers, sisters. More evidence, brothers and sisters, against this Lake County Sheriff's Office for harassment, menacing, destruction of property. They're absolute tyrants, brothers and sisters, absolute tyrants. Christ is a pagan term, Lord's a pagan term. No, the cops are under investigation, you bootlickers. You're pig lickers. You lick this government's boot. He said, don't sup with vipers. Don't cast your pearls in the mud before swine. Get it? You know, mud, swine. So here we are. Look, we need to make sure there's no pigs allowed here. No pigs allowed here. It's a dead end for you pigs, right? Bad Pigs blog in the pig penitentiary. I ain't afraid of no pigs. I'll put a sign in my driveway that says no pigs. All right. There we go, brothers and sisters. We just documented that Lake County Sheriff was here. We could ping his phone. We got his tire print. Okay, now that we're going to be able to go out and do the forensics, and we'll go overlay that over in the CapCut program, and we'll see if the footprint matches the boot like the moon landing. What's up with that? How come the boot doesn't match? Uh-oh. Yeah, I think this one's going to match. It was 67 inches from outside of the tire to outside of the tire and 5 foot across, and you've seen on the live stream. Outstanding. Just listen. You don't need to worry about it. It's all documented. We got enough evidence to continue this to, no, not bacon, no pigs, people in government. Oh, you thought I was just talking about those clown cops, huh? Gangs, that's a gang. A gang, that's the FBI, the lowest man on the totem pole, Federal Bureau of Idiots, imbeciles. Oh, you like your Central Intelligence assholes? They aren't intelligent. They're alphabet soup agency in the Department of Jackoffs or Jackass. Or what are they? They're a bunch of jackals is what they are. Jackboot thugs. The most unsafe place anywhere on this rock right now is America. And people in America think it's safe. It's the melting pot, you idiots. How are you going to know who your enemy is? I'm a veteran, and, you know, in the Congo, Donald Trump doesn't know where the Congo's at. They look like they're, you know, well, okay, from the Congo. And then we got people from Afghanistan. We got, you know, for people from all over the world. They come, oh, well, how about from somebody from Russia? They look like they're Russian in Russia, correct? People in Afghanistan, they look like they're from, right, the Middle East. People in Russia, people in Asian nations, look, how are you going to tell who your enemy is, America? You don't. Your enemy is your government, and you don't even figure that out. And they all come in all kinds of lollipop, rainbows, flavors. What's going to be your choice? Follow your nose like Toucan Sam, huh? Or like lightsabers. How many flavors of the rainbow would you like to lick? Like Skittles? How about the lollipop? You're a lollipop is what you are. You don't ask any questions. It's sweet, and you're the silent majority. So I'm speaking out to people who won't add up anything. They just, oh, it's okay for the cops just come wreck your driveway, run over your property, kidnap your daughter, shoot your son, hit you in the face with a grenade, without even looking at the evidence. Do I prefer oranges or tangerines? Well, Bad Man Orange is the 47th. That's 11. Let's go back back in time, like Back to the Future, and we'll skip Joe Biden because 81 million people voted for 4 plus 5 is 9, 4 plus 7 is 11. Mr. Chump, Mr. Orange, Bad Man Orange, right? That's what's orange, his face. He paints it with cake, face, stage makeup, and it's a stage, it's a world stage, and I think you've been played. You're part of the act. They have a movie they already made about you. It's called the Wizard of Oz. and you're you're dead, and you're part of this merchandise. They've merchandised your bond, and your bond is sold as labor, as a slave to the labor system, the corporation. It's America. Yeah, American. There's the North American, and then there's South America. So I American. Maybe someday I will go to the equal door. There'll be an exodus, but only by Father's will. So lab rat and magats. That's pretty good. Well, look, guys, MAGA is the high priest of the Satan church, right? He said, I come quickly. Let no one take your crown in Revelation 3:11. Remember Revelation 9:11, they have a king over them. The messenger. MAGA. Oh, wait. No, the high priest of the Satan church. Apollyon, the sun god. Yes, in Revelation 9:11. The angelos is the word messenger. So a messenger is an angel. Oh, I can't see the screen. Whoa. I'm like, whoa. So, all right, we were just documenting. We're doing forensic work against the pigs. I'm not preaching. And he said, call no man teacher. I'm just sharing the aletheia, the truth. But the difference between preaching and teaching is when the word moves a man or a woman. That's the gospel that moves them, and they would call that preaching. But he said, call no. The word prophet is the word teacher. False prophet is scorpidzo. As I birthed in this meat suit, birthed in the celestial age, not hocus pocus, come in here, let me rub on my crystal ball and tell you fortunes, or read your palms and tell you about the stars, or tarot reading. That's not anything. Tarot reading has validity. If you were a magi, you would know, but you don't shuffle the deck. They got you shuffled. That's the word frower, to change and twist and pervert. Warp speed or Godspeed. So the cops are watching you, so you know they're in this chat war right now. They're here, so careful what you say. Yes. F you is Israel, you fake nation. Israel is a whole rock of 180 countries on all rock. Not that's pride, one above another. There was a house of Aaron, the heavens were the ruling class, and the Levites. The Levitical law, the Sabbatical law. This was Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. I rebuke your religion. You're an idiot. So, anybody think it's the cop? So, yes, Israel denies Christ. The God that Donald Trump has his 58-story Manhattan, 66 penthouse floor, 58-story tower decorated with Satan. Yeah, he doesn't believe in Elohim. He believes in Baphomet. Remember Katy Perry, that little symbol she had, the God with three genders and one all three in one God. That's why they sex pistol you, right? Come on by. Let me see your deck of my. Let me get your hands up. Everybody with their orgy marinated Jesus. Sex pistol, remember? Transgender Jesus, birthed in the middle of the winter. Oh, we're getting if the Ottomans again, great. So Israel is not anywhere on this rock. It's a nation of all flesh, Jews and Gentiles, man and woman. So yeah, don't say peace. Anybody who says peace is a false teacher or an antichrist. If you want to hear an antichrist teaching, he said, call no man teacher. That is the word prophet. That is somebody who's trying to teach you peace. Peace. Peace and safety. He said, do not, Matthew 10:34-39 says, I do not think I came to bring peace. I came to bring a sword of division. That's right. The rider on the white horse, the one with the sword, not the crown and the bow, you idiots. This is the apocalypse. We've already seen the rider with the white horse, the one who brought you the crown. He said, Revelation 3:11, I come quickly and let no one take your crown. Like a halo. So I deny Jews? Yes, they're fake Jews. Those were not Jews in World War II. You're an idiot. It's spiritual Jews 2,600 plus years ago. There's no Jews on this rock. No physical Jews. The pale white horse is the green horse. You've got it incorrect. There's two riders on the white horse, one with a sword, one with a bow and a toxon. Toxon. No, I'm not kidding. Yeah, I rebuke you. You're not a Jew. You're a fake Jew. There's no Jews. They're all spiritual Jews. So you claim to be a physical Jew somewhere in Israel. I rebuke that. That's all. Israel was 12 tribes. The book is about 12 families up against the Mediterranean Sea, brothers. So don't fall for these religious idiots. No tattoos aren't a sin, you idiot. Where I'm not under the laws of flesh. See, there we go. Look at that. Boom, shakalaka. Rip Christ down from the tree. He never carried a cross, and he was not hung on a cross. You are a torture idiot. You don't know the Romans, do you? Red team, blue team, Constantine, toga parties, sex rituals, Saturnalia. They loved their orgies. Remember their orgy, transgender Jesus, Apollyon? Their Christ, their Antichrist locked in the pit. Baphomet, 3 genders all in one God. Father doesn't have boobs or breast, and Father doesn't have flesh. That's why he had to birth a flesh vessel. There's no such thing as anti-Semitism. You're an idiot. There's no Jews on this rock that are physical. I rebuke you. You are an absolute apostasy to this flesh covenant, right? No, we're not under the flesh, you idiot. He said it's fulfilled. It's all spiritual. They're spiritual Jews. So lose the, well, you're lost in space, probably. You think you probably live on a planet. Father didn't create one single planet. So go on with your, you're special. He used to love the heavens. That was Israel, the Jews. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, where the wages of sin was death. Yeah, so you can't kill people who don't. Yeah, that's what the Jews, they don't believe in redemption. They don't believe in forgiveness. Just like Muslims, infidels, same thing. Jews are infidels. Boom, shakalaka. That's history. You don't like that? Catholics wrote the Quran. So, yep, take that, you Muslims. Hey, at least the Muslims know that Esau killed his brother Satan, the one Trump has his house decorated with, Apollyon, Mithra, the sun god. Boom, shakalaka twice. The internet is garbage. Hadn't you looked out? I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, you idiot. You see anything? You see any? Hey, I don't have any neighbors. Help! Come save me! You can't be saved. You can't be saved. Grow up, child. You don't eat no fresh eggs. You don't produce your own power. There's our solar panels right there. You might want to add ease there, child. So, Catholics wrote the Quran is the funniest shit I ever heard, but you didn't look up history, did you, you idiot? So tell me who wrote the scriptures. Tell me the scriptures, because Bible is a book. It wasn't written on a little pieces of paper. So let's see your historical, like history. The victor gets the spoil. Shut the fuck up, loser. You get left out. Yeah, the loser doesn't get the right history. So let's see your biblical, Bible, scriptural knowledge. This, cultures, customs. Come on, speak up. Speak up. Come on, 99. Like 99 red balloons. 99 red balloons, huh? Or like party like it's 1999, like orgies. Like the rebranded orgy Christmas called Mardi Gras, the 7-week festival of show us your tits, beads, or the whole, yes? Remember all that? That's Christmas, you idiots, an orgy. Satan is Christmas. That's right, birthed in the middle of this, right in the middle of the winter. Happy New Year's. Jesus isn't God. Jesus is a title. No, Jesus is never written in Scripture. God's a title. So who's Jesus? God is ecstasy, bliss, and no, that's right. You're Mardi Gras. Jesus is not God. He is fleshed. Father had to birth a flesh vessel. He is light. He is the Word. In the beginning is the Word. He said, before Abraham was, I am. So, Satan, the darkness. Tell me what you're talking about. God bless. Did you sneeze? Don't bless people, brothers, sisters. They used to think people that sneezed had a demon. Don't say that. Don't bless people. Jesus is not written in Scripture. You're an idiot. The letter J didn't exist in the 12th century. Stop adding to Scripture in the book of the Apocalypse. The same thing as Revelation. He said, don't add a jot. If you can't tell me what jot is, you're an idiot. So, Jesus, look at all these Jesuses. There's no letter J's in Hebrew or Greek. So who are you talking about, Jesus? And God, in the Old Testament, you mean the Most High? There was no vowels in Hebrew, so stop adding vowels to Hebrew. So God is a title. I know I'm a military veteran, so I don't know what you're talking about in the original text. Am I angry? Eric thinks I'm angry. Hey, Falk, you. Listen here. Bueller, are you with the Falkers? The movie The Falkers, the Gaylord. Listen here, Gaylord Falker. Eric Gaylord Falker. You want to do some television? So seriously, brothers, sisters, these people are bastardizing, having sex, raping all the A's and B holes. They are. There was no A's in Hebrew. Adding, he said, don't add. So a couple of people are going, yeah, that's right. And all the rest are going, what? You're a lollipop idiot, religious idiot. Idiotos is what you are. That's not anger, that's passion. Learn the difference. Oh, YHWH, Yahweh, Behim HaMashiach. Oh, somebody actually is not adding vowels. And that's the word Shem in the Lord's Prayer. That's a pagan term, Lord. That wasn't in the original text. Prayer means to have face-to-face time, not, oh, God, grandma's sick. Would you pray for her? Well, if I want father or she wants her to die, I hope your grandma dies. Oh, I pray for you. What the hell? What if I'm supposed to get SWAT raided again and killed this time and not live this time? And you want me to live so I can stay here and stay in this flesh? No thanks. Pray for father's will. Thy kingdom come, our Father who art in heaven. That's not above your head. Heavens are not above your head. Heavens aren't above. Hey, listen here, Gaylord Folker. Don't call me mad. I'm not mad. Like a trash bag? No, that's glad. Don't be sad. Be glad. Might end up in a bag. All right, anyways, we're digging holes out here. If anybody wants to come help dig holes. Heaven is in the heart. Oh, Try's been listening to the word. He hasn't been supping with this gods in the sky. Christ is, the body is a temple, you idiots. Grow up. You need to be seven. Heaven's not a realm. Heaven is the ruling class. You're an idiot. Grow up, child. You know nothing of Scripture. Do not speak of these books. You're bastardizing and blaspheming. You're having sex and raping these A-holes and B-holes. In Scripture, he said, don't add a jot. That's a period. I'm talking, okay, I'm finished, period. Now, be quiet. Use your right to remain silent. That's your Fifth Amendment. You can invoke that right in anything you say and do. Leave the can out, because that's, what does can have to do with anything? Oh, hey, guys, we're handing out Gordon's, we've got an absolute, this is beautiful, guys. We have drawn a MD into this. He's handing out free psychological evaluation. So, oh, man, our moderator, why don't you like, people want free psychological, I'm telling you, that guy, I could feel that he had an MD. He was going to tell us where he did his medical doctorate at, where he got his line of study, you know, psychiatry, psychology. He was all getting in my head. So I thought people might want some free. Hey, in a matter of moments, dude, that was awesome, dude. We're bringing Dr. Snakes Up a Pole in here. He said you'll be fooled by sorcery, brothers, sisters. Pharmakia, did you stand on the X? Did you get your greatest booster ever? Mr. Warp Speed jab ya? Mr. Jabba Dabba Doo, bow to the Ultra Jabba, remember? God is not one. You're an idiot. That's Baphomet, Dan. Booby God. Booby Jesus. Get out of here. I rebuke you and your booby Jesus. My father doesn't have breast, idiot. Father birthed the flesh vessel, and he didn't have breast either. It's Hokadesh is the word. Ghost. Spirit. Ruach Hokadesh. He's the word. He's, get out of here. He's three separate. So I don't go after your transgender Baphomet, the one that Donald Trump has his house decorated with. No, I don't follow men who decorate their house with Satan. I would never do that. What kind of idiot would even, decorate your house with Apollyon, Mithra at the time of Rome, Satan, and then call yourself the president of this corporation? Hallelujah. It's Booby God. Your Booby God has boobs. Transformers, more than meets the eye. They got Adam's apples too. Why do the first ladies have Adam's apples? I thought it was just Michelle. The name is Reggie. You're an idiot. You ever heard of an apple scraping when you scrape off? It's called a surgery where they go in and they're, not all of them do it. Look at Nancy Reagan. That thing was sticking out almost like Ivan's, Mr. Chump. Oh, his man, Shello. Oh, wait, it's Melina, right? Melina. Oh my goodness, you're gonna have to put it in 4-wheel drive, man. No, he's not. As a Toyota, this thing will go anywhere. We're right in the mud. He's going right to the middle of the mud. It's so slick, like it is. So take your booby Jesus out of here, please, man. May the power of Christ compel to you. Who's Christ? Christ's a pagan term, Dan. You use pagan terms. Christ's a pagan term. Lord's a pagan term. The word devil, who the hell is a devil? I never heard of the word. That's not in the original text. Devil. You mean demonion, a distributor of fortunes or lies, a demon. That's what a demon is. A demon is a distributor of fortunes or lies. Let me give you a better definition of a demon. It's the word Nephilim. Nephilim means bully. You're a bully. You're a tyrant like these pig cops in this community. You're a bully. You're pushing your own agape on everybody else. You're changing and raping the a-holes and adding and inserting your own version. Yep, that's you. You raped the word. That's your problem. He said don't add, so don't try to insert anything into it. If you take something and make somebody take a jab, that's called medical rape. So as a veteran, I'm quite offended still to this day, like I'm still offended about 9/11. Shut up, Dan. You don't own a lexicon. Where did you get that? Out of the fucking lexicon, you don't own a lexicon, do you, Dan? It doesn't mean that's a literal definition. You're an idiot. Idiot.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he hit the pole. He's a cop.
Pole.
You remind me of the cops, man.
Yeah.
He hit the pole like the cops. Hey, the cops knock it down. He just tapped the edge of it. So, kind of like just the tip. Remember just the tip, Mr. Chump? Let me put in just the tip. Yeah, how'd that work out for you, ladies? You end up getting the whole rocket, didn't you? You know it, ladies. When he says he wants to put in just the tip, it never works out that way. Any ladies want to testify? You don't pray for me. Here we go, Dan. Dan's going to pray for me. I knew it was going to happen already. We already did the lesson in the prayer, right, of the prayer, what pray means. So, Dan, tell me what pray means. Since you don't know and No, you don't own the lexicon. You go right to the lexicon. Give me the number of the word Nephilim then right now. Give me the number of the word Nephilim right now. Give me the word of the number Nephilim right now. Give me it in your coordinates, and you should be able to see that in your lexicon. So give me it. You're an idiot. You don't own 3 lexicons. There's only a Hebrew lexicon and a Greek lexicon. See, you're an idiot. Oh, there's 3. You own 3. You don't own 1. You can't give me the number. So pray. You don't know what it means to pray. So are you praying for me to die? Are you praying to die or stay? Speak up, those who pray. You guys are idiots. So Nephilim doesn't mean giant. Nephilim doesn't mean fallen angel. I know of a Nephilim. It's called Hillary, Billary, Trump, Biden, Joe, Kennedy, Reagan, Washington. They're all related. Waiting. Let's get out of there. Thanks for taking me up there, man. We just went and did an investigation, a reconstruction, and we found the 67 inches. Would you like 67 inches, ladies? How about 5 feet? That was the measurements. He said just the tip, remember? Didn't work out that way for you, did it? That's what they want to do. They want to come inside you with their sorceries. That means pharmakia. They'll be fooled by pharmakia. You're a person hater or every type of person except for you. Yeah, we're not supposed to. Nephilim are not fallen. You, Agent Smith, get the fuck out of here. Yep, and you've been here a minute too. You're blaspheming, and you've been here before when I've taught this. Angel is not fallen. Nephilim is not fallen. That does not what the description and the definition of the lexicon. So don't add or you'll have to go, Agent. What do you work for, the fucking government? No, Agent's been here before. So we're iron sharpens iron, brother. Says you don't own a lexicon, you don't have. I didn't get the number from that idiot because you don't own one. He's a demon. That's called a distributor of fortunes or lies. So if you ever met a demon, that's because that's what it is. So, all right. Anyways, hey, we're out here in the high desert. Little shot. We'll go back inside the ministry. Oh, there's the UFO. We got UFOs landing out here in the desert. Oh my God, there's UFOs. All right, maybe we'll go for a ride here. Probably not. There's the puppies. So we're out here in the high desert. It's the rusty. Hey, I was not gone that long. At ease, soldier. Not at ease. Tango, stop. He's excited. Dad went down to the end of the driveway. So here's a little shot of some of the residents out here at the high desert, at High Desert Faith and Truth Ministries. And we're hiring a hippie and a helicopter out here, 4,500 feet at the rim of the Great Basin out here by Table Rock. And this is the desert out here, and beautiful spot. Lots of beautiful things out here. We got the ladies over here. I get laid every day by I get eggs in here. We got blue ones and brown eggs and duck eggs, and this all these fencing the cops ran over out here. We've repaired pretty much everything at this point that I can, except for this second run here. I've got it all repaired. So heck yeah, look at that. They ran all these poles over. I've got to get this little shot of the UFO there. So this came down with the wind. I've got to get it back on this. I just hadn't had the time. I'm too busy trying to repair other things. But this is where they entered into the property. They came and hit this gate right here. Make sure they got the edge of this kennel, and then they blew out all of this fencing right here. Pretty much that last pole, and ripped all this out. So this wasn't here. This was all the fence line. And then they came in and with their, I think they had 3 armored vehicles, and they came in and destroyed. This was not there. And I've rebuilt all this here, but this was all kennels here as well. Kennels up front, and then took out all this fence line here instead of turning around like they said they would and stop destroying the property out here. They went ahead and drove through this fence, and this fence, because I'm a prior crash reconstructionist and a prior pig myself cop. And they ran all these poles. We're facing, as a reconstructionist, these poles out because they wanted out this way because this gate was locked. They had me at the armored vehicle up here. You can see it in the live stream. The playlist has got the SWAT rate on it, and that's where this one. There was another one here, and I believe that's the other one. That guy that shot my son, and the guy that hit me in the face with a grenade was right there. So they brought me behind the armored vehicle. And then asked, well, we need they wanted to get out here because this had these tires sitting right here blocking the gate because I wasn't going to let them arrest my son. Okay. So, yeah, I have all the evidence. I have under the right of Fourth Amendment. So, illegal prosecution, Fourth Amendment, affirmative defense. I'm a prior pig. I know the law. I know the Constitution. I defended it. I'm a veteran. I've done this. The boot's been on this foot, jackboot thug, throwing people in a rape cage with no victim. What you doing, buddy? What you doing, guy? Well, he sure turned out to be a good rooster, man. Those ladies kind of horsed him for the first couple days, man, but he sure is coming to. Are you watching? Good boy. You keep that head up. Yeah, he's been a good rooster, guys. So, okay, but anyways, there's the maiden over there. If you see her, she laying on her back with her hands folded, looking up at the sky. Table Rock, Black Hills. We got the world's largest, largest set of inland sandland dunes over here, crack in the ground. These are the Black Hills. You got Fort Rock over here. The oldest clothing on this rock was found right over here. Older than outdates anything in the southern hemisphere. They already said Oregon's the oldest. So, all right, so let's take a look here. This is a shower room. This is pretty neat. This is the first building we ever erected out here. I came out here and stayed in an Army Arctic tent when I first got out here in the desert for, years. But this is a shower room. It was dug down 12 feet. Some people think it's an outhouse. You can't poop in my shower. Don't poop in my shower. You can take shower, and it's got windows on it, so you can, take a shower at night if you'd like. But it's got 12 feet of lava underneath it, and there's a hog wire and NSF matting, and we put a colander up there. And we used to put this, our first shower, to get out of this wind. You can hear the wind, but I'd stick a cooler up here on the top, and I'd fill it with water. And there's a way, because there's a split up here, and then that cooler would come down in here. I'd flip over the cooler, and it'd land in that colander, and it just spread out like a shower. And it, hey. Bros, I'm not your brother, so don't call me brother, John. Your brothers and sisters are your mother, those that do the will of the Father. So don't call anybody brother. You sound more like a viper because you don't know what you're talking about. So stop calling people brother. Yeah, blood's thicker than water in my ass. This up for sale if you want to buy it on the internet. This up for sale on the internet. I just lifted the flatbed. I got a 5-acre parcel for sale. So, all right, let's go inside. We rebuilt the door here the other day. The old door set, it had those big logs on there, the big mill logs on them. But anyways, we passed the UFO. You guys didn't even get to see the UFO. We walked right past the UFO. it crash landed out there on the highway. We brought it over here. It was suspended at, what, it was 48 feet or in the air, and then over there on the highway, that's property that I have for sale, and that's where it crashed at, and we brought it over here once it crashed, put it over here. So anyways, let's go over here. Actually, I'm gonna go in here and do an egg check. See if we can, let's flip you around. Let's see who you're talking to. See, look at my old ugly bug. No, I'm not paying for court costs. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You know that, you dumb fucking Texas red? You didn't look at anything. Instead of, I had $47,000 to pay this ministry off. Instead of getting an attorney, I paid the ministry off. Shut the fuck up, Texas, you idiot. You don't know shit from Shinola. Keep your mouth shut unless you know what the hell you're talking about here. I'll fire your ass right out of here if you speak blasphemies or try to sit there and tell somebody a lie. I don't run from shit. It's all recorded, you dumb fuck. Everything's been live streamed. Quality might not be the greatest, but keep your mouth shut. You want to be stupid. Oh, look at that pretty girl just laying right there. This is the Rancho Pollo, brothers and sisters. People want to come in here and talk shit, but they ain't got no calluses on their hand. They don't work. They don't do shit. But talk shit is all they do. That lady's an egg-laying machine. Huh? Huh, girl? Hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. You guys are so sweet. You kids are so sweet. You're sweet. These are red sex links. Pretty. See those wings? These are red sex links, and they're a Rhode Island cross. Come here, girl. You want to say hi? Come say hi. Come over here. Let's say hi. Let's say hi. Everybody say hi to this lady here. She's a sweet girl. Huh? You're a sweetheart. We love the ladies out here, huh? You guys are spoiled girls. Did you guys eat all your apples and all your... no, they didn't. Look, they're not even eating all their darn... Gave them a bunch of fruit today. So, yeah, the man's nuts. Grab, huh? So, we got ducks in here. We're going to do an egg check. What are you doing in here, ladies? I like to keep this water super fresh and clean for them. This is probably the best system that you can get, brothers and sisters. This chicken nipple system, they're not stepping in their water, and so they can get water out of that at any time. Their little beaks go in there, you know, and the ducks can use these as well. So these work really well. This I feel every other day, and it's been a little warmer, so they're in there drinking it. And let's go see what we got here. Now, I already took 3 eggs in today. So this is egg number 4. Egg number 4. There we go, brothers and sisters. That's where it's at. That's the American dream right there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's get an egg down there. Let's go look and see if we can. Your eggs will stay clean if you keep your poop off of here. Keep your any perches. Don't be any perches. About every week or so, I'll pull some of this out, put some new stuff over the top. In their house over here, they sleep at night. The ducks sleep here. The chickens sleep over here in their roost. The ducks like to get underneath here. I keep adding hay to that, or the hay, and then it gets warm, and all winter long it starts the process, and you can just keep adding hay over hay, which is really nice. And but make sure their bedding's clean, and then you don't have to clean poop off your eggs. The bloom's still on that, so that egg on the counter would probably last for a month, you know, without, you know, having any issues more than that. But here we are, chicken nipple action here. Chickens are a little more difficult to take care of as far as water, but this makes it super easy, brother, sister. That thing is full of water, and, you know, they go 2-3 months, or, you know, without having to be watered. So what are you doing, sweeties? What are you doing? You guys are always making noise. You're making noise all the time. All right, let me get over here. Oh, yeah. I got 2 more. Hold on, they're getting a little antsy. They don't like to be like the chickens. They're not as friendly. So there we go. We got a blue one here. Oh, we got a blue one. Look at that nice color brown one here. And another nice brown one there. Beautiful eggs. What are you doing? So I'm going to gather these up and go inside. We're going to bring these back inside and put them with our other eggs there. So that's the record day for us, guys. 6 eggs in one day. Now there's 11 birds here. So, and the rooster. We going to go in there and lay an egg? I better check. There could be eggs in there too. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, he don't like that I'm over here. He don't like that I'm over here. Uh-oh, he's going to get me. No, you better not. You're fine, buddy. He's so beautiful, guys. Look at how pretty this rooster is. He's an absolute gorgeous rooster. It's like purple. You a pretty rooster there, boy. You sure are a handsome guy. You know that, dude? You taking good care of these ladies. You are the, yep, you are the cock, man. That's you, buddy. Woo! See that wind? That's a good size speed of wind that blew in there. So, all right, there we go. Beautiful eggs. Homegrown. Right off the chicken's butt. Are you coming over to say hi? You watching your ladies? I won't bother them. You're taking good care of your ladies. What are you doing, buddy? Are you watching to make sure none of them come out for Dad? You are doing such a good job. You're doing such a good job. All right. Might have lost our chat there. Yep, I think we lost our chat. Oh, well. All right, let me get out of here. Get back, guys. I love you too. You guys, look at that. We got eggs. I love you. I love you too. All right, this is the Rusty Cowboy. We're going inside here. I'm gonna put these eggs up and we'll have this little conversation. Now the cops are back here. You guys, back at my driveway. Look at this. They're back at this driveway, guys. Lake County Sheriffs, you guys better stop what you're doing. You are harassing me. And now I got your tire print. I got your tire print. I got your tire print. You cops, fuck you, pigs. Fuck you, Lake County pigs. Fuck you, pigs. Fuck you. You fucking tyrants. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking tyrants. Go find my son, you assholes. Fuck off. You're harassing me. I'm putting evidence. This is an evidence stream, guys. Here they are. And there's the tire tracks. So we're going to be able to match these tire tracks up with this cop right here. Is that you, Josh Bezel? Headlight Bezel? Fuck you, cops. Fuck you. Fuck you, guys. Come down here, you fucking pigs. You fucking tyrants. Do your fucking job and stop harassing me, you fucking assholes. Look at this, guys. Sitting there, fucking straight up at the end of my driveway, harassing me. You know, they could be doing their fucking job. They were already here once. This motherfucker shot fucking tear gas in front of my house. What the fuck are you doing? I got evidence on you fucking pigs. Your tire tracks. Look at that. Fuck you. Pigs! Fucking tyrants! You fucking criminals! You fucking criminal! You're a criminal! They did it again, brothers and sisters. Here they are again. Harassing me again. And yeah, I'm saying this because they have no reason to be in this fucking driveway. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking pigs. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, guys. This is the same fucking shit they did before they SWAT raided this house. The exact same thing they did. Call me Lake County now, because you're going to fucking prison. Yeah, you fucking came and ran over my pole. I got your guys's. You say you're in the live stream. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up, cop suckers. Look at them down there. Again, harassing me. Fucking tyrants, man. Sitting there at the edge of this driveway. They could be serving this community, and this is the shit they do. Fuck you. You have not done shit, guys. They SWAT raided this house a year ago, and they never have opened up the file to today. Not even once. Not even one time has these pigs opened this file. I got your tire tracks! Yeah, I got your tire tracks! You fucking hit my pole! You guys hit my pole! You guys did it! You guys did it! You fucking cops did it! Yeah, you did! You guys, they monitor this live stream, so you know. So I'm speaking to them because they're in here. Speak up, you pigs. Speak up. Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Look at this, guys. They could do anything they could be doing right now, and this is exactly what the fuck they're doing. Let's go up here and we'll get a good shot of these fucking pigs. Who's harassing who, you motherfuckers? I got you on video, you fucking pigs. You're going to fucking jail. You are going to jail. Get the fuck off this property. Go do your fucking job. Go find out where my son's at, you fucking assholes. Where is Elijah Werner? Where is Elijah Werner? Where is he, you fucking pigs? Do your goddamn job. You have done nothing. You have not done a goddamn thing but fucking menace me. Look at this shit, brothers and sisters. Just sitting there harassing me. They already ran over the pole. They already ran over this pole, guys. Look at, they're not even, this is how stupid the fuck these pigs are. Your phone's being pinged, you pig. You hit my pole. You guys hit my pole. Nobody in this community did it. You did it. Your bull bar in front matches. It matches. I took the fucking evidence today. You're going down, guys. You can't keep fucking harassing me like this. They did this for fucking 3 weeks, brothers and sisters, before they ever SWAT raided this house. But they'll never come here and call. They'll never make contact. They'll never communicate with me. You can hear me on the live stream literally telling them, you've never called. Not one single time. You've never communicated with me. This is bullshit, guys. I am being menaced. If you are outside the United States of America, I am seeking political and prosecution free. I am literally not able to, I have no right to protect my animals. This man comes down here, he can shoot me dead and shoot my animals. There's nothing I can do to protect myself. Absolute fucking tyrants. Get the fuck off that driveway and go do something, you pig. You shot my fucking son and you're just gonna sit there. You're fucking tyrants. God damn, these people are fucking tyrants. This is what they do with the taxpayer dollars, brothers and sisters. Shit like this. Absolute fucking tyrants. They never once called this phone that you see here, and I have all the, we're doing it again, brothers and sisters. They're doing the same shit again. They're doing the same shit again. Same fucking shit again. Menacing, harassment, menacing, leave, go, leave, get the fuck out of here. Go do your fucking job, you tyrants. Leave, you fucking pigs. Get the fuck out of here. What, are you gonna hit the fucking pole again? You fucking tyrants. Fuck you. These guys are absolute fucking tyrants, guys. Absolute tyrants. So I'm up here on this pole here, where we used to have the tower set up here where the windmill was set up, but then we had something, I don't know, you hear it in the live stream, but I'm recording that these tyrants are down here. What is their mission? I want to know. Somebody call Lake County Sheriff's Office right now. Lake County Sheriff's Office right now and ask them, why is there a sheriff's officer at the end of fucking Walled Road and Oil Dry? Anybody got any balls? Anybody stand up to this bullshit? Yep, there we go. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, you pigs. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Fuck you, you pigs. Fucking tyrants. You charge me with harassing. Well, I'm going to talk to you like this. That's what the fuck you've done to me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck you. And they're going to stop right there. Tyrant! Go find Elijah Werner, you assholes! You got a fucking warrant for his arrest! Go get him, you fucking pricks! Don't fucking shoot him again! Fucking assholes! This is how I talk every time, so if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you! Go! Do your fucking job, you fucking asshole! You're supposed to be serving the community, not sitting there like a fucking bump on a log! Get the fuck out of here! Go, you fucking pig! There they go, fucking tyrants. Fucking tyrants, man. Absolute fucking tyrants, guys. This is exactly what they did. They brought fucking the SWAT team in here. Never would come down to this house. Never call anybody. Didn't do shit. No investigation. They can sit here and fucking stalk me. They won't look into Elijah Warner's 180 hours. And he already did them. You hope I get arrested. Okay, awesome. Guess what, prick? I already got hit in the face. Need to jack off to see somebody get hurt and arrested. You can see me get arrested on the SWAT raid, okay? It's on the playlist, you fucking prick. Go jerk off to fucking somebody getting arrested, you fucking bootlicker. Fucking pig licker. Tyrant. Get out of here, you fucking tyrant. You just like them. Go fuck yourself. Seriously, take it deep. You ain't gonna stand up for shit. You didn't do shit in the COVID. You didn't do shit to any of your law enforcement officers to protest their, corporate laws. You just stand by like a fucking bump on a log. Like I said, once again, you're the silent majorities, which are gonna go down in history. You're speaking up in here, but you don't do anything for your country. Do you have an honorable discharge? Let me see your DD 214. I doubt it. You're 116 up fucking soldier then. And if you were a soldier, you'd know what 16 up is, wouldn't you? So, all right. There we go again. So now, dude, I told you they're here, and now they come back again. So I'm going to keep filming this, and I'm going to keep documenting that these cops are literally harassing me, coming down to the end of my driveway. And I already have now, again, remember, I have all the video footage of the tires because it rained out here, and they absolutely match perfect, brothers and sisters. 67 inches, 5 inches, and 3 feet to where they hit that pole. That's that cop car truck because it's got a push bar on the front of it. They're so fucking stupid. And then they come back out to the same fucking place where they knock down the actual, sign that was out there to direct people where I'm at. That's how I make a living. And they're going to fucking run it over. So that's why I'm cursing. Okay? So... Patricia Romans, cops harassing. Get down there now. I'm on my way. That's a lamb. David Clare to the lamb. It's a ram skull. I don't know what they ran over my pole, and I documented that it's their tire tracks. I just went down there earlier, and I took all the measurements because I already took the measurements when they ran down the pole. They were the only cops in the area. It's like if something happened right now down there, and that's how this was, it was them because they were in the area. They're too stupid. They're fucking tyrants and criminals. They're just coming out here wrecking my property again. They've already done it once, so I know, but it's the point. It isn't the first time they've run it over. I know I'm not trying to smash anybody's vehicle. That would hurt somebody's vehicle, but it was a direct hit. Well, that's why I did the evidence. That's why I documented. Yeah, conspiracy theorist is the term cloaked by the central intelligence of fucking assholes, you idiot, like Cry Wolf. And the word apocalypse, you don't know what the definition is, so shut your fucking mouth. You don't know what the definition of apocalypse is, so leave. You're a child. If you can define something, you can stay here. If not, pound sand. I'm standing against the goddamn law right now, okay? Been SWAT rated. All right, I don't need your shit. Keep your ass out of here. You ain't shit, jack diddly squat. You ain't served this country. You don't have an honorable discharge. It's not honorable to serve this beast system anyways, but at least someone's out here standing for these fucking people. These cops just run over everybody, and look, they don't run over my fucking property again. So I apologize for guys, I didn't curse. For thousands of hours, you can go watch this ministry, never one curse word until I was hit in the face with a grenade, okay? So I've suffered a concussion, a severe concussion. And instead of taking me to jail, yeah, right? No. Why would they take me not to the hospital after hitting me in the face with a grenade? Do you know anything about the use of force regulation? I do. I used to be a pig. You can't go straight hot. If somebody's threatening violence and if they got a gun or they're doing something, but you can't just hit somebody in the face with a grenade. So there is no case, and I'm tired of these people harassing me. So I will be, again, speaking with Paul Palmer, the attorney. Again, after this live stream, I'll make another call to his office and tell him and document it again, because I've already been documented all the evidence that they've come out here and that the tire prints. Guys, the cop cars are 67 inches across from tire to tire, 5 feet on the inside. I already showed you it's that tire. It's them. They have run over my signs that are literally destroying my property. So you don't have to believe any of this thing. I don't give a shit what you think. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stand up because that's what Christ did. He stood up to the perverted law, and these people are absolutely perverting. You can't come run over my property and then sit there at the end of my fucking driveway and harass me. I'm not going to stand for that. I'm going to call you out every time, like I'll call you. If you think I'm going to call the cops out, call them fucking pigs. And if you think I'm going to take anything from any person who ever comes in here, I don't care if this ministry gets 1 million wide and 1 million you come in here, it ain't going to fucking penetrate me. They already tried to bring 30 men with guns to try to kill me, eliminate, shut me up, and they were not successful. I don't think you'll be very successful at it. So I apologize for the cursing. It's what comes out of a man that defiles him. So I apologize. I can't. I had thousands of hours until I received a concussion, brothers, sisters. I have suffered a stroke. My eye, I can't even read a penny anymore, whether it's an 82 or not. They've literally scarred. I have like sand and hair, in my eye. So I'm trying to do the best I can. These people shot my son. If you want to see it, you can see it in the playlist of literally, you'll hear my son. He's coming out, guys. He's coming out with his hands up. He's coming out. He's coming out peacefully, guys. And you can hear my son getting closer to me, and I can see him. And he has he's doing what they says. He's asked why they're taking him, because he has the reason to know why. And he said, what about my hours? And he's moving. The cop, he gave him the direction. He's coming out. He's coming closer to me. I can see his hands. I can see him. And he says, the guy's giving direction. He says, what now? And the guy just shoots him anyways. He wasn't armed. He can't have a weapon. So that's why he was in a separate building than me. Okay. So he has a prior and so he can't, it is what it is. That's why he was almost done with this. Okay, guys, he's almost done with this. Okay. Right. And no, they don't care. They have put my son through. They shot him. They kidnapped my daughter. My daughter and my son are missing. I told the cops. That's why I'm talking to these cops like this, because it's been a year since they SWAT raided this house. And then my son ended up missing when they said that he went missing in September, which doesn't make any sense because he was on the phone in court. I know I was there. I recorded, not the court call, but came and talked to before I went to court, and then came back and said, man, my son sounds like he's kind of like, oh, dead. Like he must be doing what he's supposed to be doing because he just sounds like just doesn't sound very, himself. And I only got to hear him say his name and, announce that he was there. Then they put me up front, ran me first that day and got me out of there. And then they've done it reverse too. But anyways, it's a big kangaroo court is all it is. It's on maybe the third article court. So, no, I'm not going to do that. Fuck off. Okay, so I have all the evidence. My son had gotten in trouble and he did his community service. It wasn't 4 years later till they started fucking with him. 4 years later, imagine doing everything you were supposed to do. And 4 years later, that's like paying interest off at the end of a loan. That's fucking stupid. That's why I was, telling those cops, we have the evidence, guys. Actually, I was speaking to my son, who I thought he was laying in the fucking ground dead, zipped open like a fucking, sprayed him, opened him up like a zipper. He didn't make a goddamn noise. Neither did I when I got hit in the face, did I? Okay, so we're not badasses. This father protected us this day. We know who did 9/11. You know who did 9/11. Don't be foolish. Everybody knows who did 9/11. One man did it, so don't try to bait me. You know who did it. It's in the numbers. How about that? It's in the numbers. Correct? Yes. It's in the numbers. So this is what they'll do to a military veteran. They keep harassing me. I'm an Army veteran who has an honorable discharge. I've served this country. I've served your right if you're an American. Defended your right, and this is what they do. They've stripped me. I only have one right left, brothers, sisters. So now, again, I'm making this an absolute emergency live stream, breaking emergency. I need safe passage from the United States of America. They're harassing me. I have all the evidence. All the evidence. I can take it to any court. They have one whole year ago, they SWAT raided this house, and they have yet to open up any file to look into that evidence at all. No, this is not about vehicle registration. It's about a rapist who fucking ran free for a whole fucking year while my son sat in jail. A rapist, Tony Karsten. It's about a rapist, okay? Fucking idiots, man. You guys don't study shit, do you, about this country? It's a corporation. You can't type in capital letters, Tim. Only the moderators get to type in capital letters. So stop screaming like a child. Only I get to raise my voice, or you can leave. So, yeah, it's super broken. Okay, guys? And I'm a veteran who served this country. I defended your right to free speech, the right to fair and speedy trial, call witness in your favor, the right to Mirandize. They can't take your body unless they have a reasonable, articulate suspicion. I did this, brothers, sisters, as a cop myself. Okay? So don't thank me for my service. We're not supposed to have any veterans outside our border under this New Testament. Yeah, God used to require war, and he said, let vengeance be mine. So we shouldn't have any military outside our borders. That's why they hate me, too, because they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that. No, do not avenge yourself. Let vengeance be mine, saith the Lord. Quit being fucking an idiot, Tim. Get out of here. You're a piece of shit. Fucking weed. Go smoke your space rock dispensary garbage. You probably can't even grow your own cannabis. You don't know the difference between medicinal cannabis and your goddamn crap. It's a female. They need individual attention, not 100 of them in a fucking in a tent in a drip tray. Get the fuck out of here, child. You need to fucking get off the Adderall. You're a Mexican American. That's what you are. Go, oh, yeah, your little Mexican cabinet there. Get out of here. Yeah, I know. You're on Adderall. I can tell. You got either that or you got the jab. How many boosters did you take there, Tim? How many boosters did you take there, Tim? Mr. Warp Speed, remember the greatest jab ever, the creator, the number one drug dealer, like you pushing drugs? Weed is a fucking weed. What is weed? I'm a medicinal trichome farmer. You're an idiot. You wouldn't know the difference between medicine. I'm offended by this government. A child in Idaho who's fucking seizing out, grand mal seizure. A parent can't get them any medicine. Children don't need medicine for their... I'm in Oregon. Some Rick Simpson. Oh, you don't know nothing. So keep your fucking mouth shut. You're a drug pusher is what you are. You push drugs like Donald Trump, the #1 drug dealer on this rock. The greatest Pfizer jab outsold any real estate ever, $2.2 trillion to create that greatest warp speed jab. So take your jabby, your bow to the altar of jabby there, Tim, and kick rocks, man. Turn those into sand. You want some love? Don't build your house on sinking sand. He's the rock. He said he's the Petra, not some 33-degree Mason. George Washington was a Mason, but he did say no foreign entanglement. So, there we go. Take that, stick that in your apple pipe and smoke that. Nobody wants to talk about that sex acts, but they'll say that the sons of God came in the women of men. That has nothing to do with sex. What a bunch of idiots. This world believes in Bigfoot. So I don't care. Believe's not a thought in your head. Ha, ha, ha. You can't believe in Bigfoot and you can't believe in Jesus. So, I go see if these cop suckers are coming down here harassing me again. They got a whole goddamn county. They're going to come down my driveway, huh? Same thing in them fucking pigs, dude. What a bunch of fucking tyrants, man. Absolute fucking tyrants. The worst cop nation, the worst cop fucking world is prison planet America, brothers and sisters. There are more people confined in American jails and prisons than any other country in the world. All right, Tim, get out of here. I'll give you one chance to go. Just without any resistance. And if you put anything else, you're a brute beast. I rebuke you. You're an idiot. You don't know your ass like two cheeks to the same hole. He didn't have to slap a license on the back of that ass when he rolled into Jerusalem, did he? Go on, Tim. If you put anything else, you're going to be foolish. If you can't control yourself and you need a happy ending, go ahead one more time. Stroke that thing one more time. Hit that fat finger, man. Like your little World of Warcraft. So, anyways, I have the law enforcement again. I am documenting their harassment and menacing of I've already destroyed my property and shot my son and kidnapped my daughter and hit me in the face with a grenade and, tear gassed me with 5, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 tear gas canisters. Okay? So... You don't know what the situation is. You don't know anything. You shouldn't even speak up. You really probably are just the silent majority. They draft our fucking women. So shut the fuck up. You men are sissies. Fuck you, American men. Yeah, they're going to draft our women. You know anything what posse comitatus is? You know what posse comitatus is? You can't, if you don't comment about posse comitatus, you can't make a comment in here right now. And if you do, it's just going to be ignored. We can do that. So tell me what posse comitatus is, and I might let you stay in here. Show me you have an education more than a fly. Posse comitatus. Tell me what it is. I don't want anything else. I'll ban you. Okay, if you can't tell me, I'm just going to ban you. Everybody is that talking about posse comitatus. You didn't talk about posse comitatus. I don't care if it's about scripture. American man catching strays like this dodgeball and gym class. Okay, nope. You're out of here. Nope, you don't know about. Yep, you can stay. Government stole my tiny house, UK. Oh, we might stay for that. John 12. Nope, you can't put scripture. Posse comitatus. You're out of here. You're talking about the new draft order. Oh, hey, somebody's actually talking about something. It's already in play. They've already going to draft. Okay, nope, that's not posse comitatus. But thanks for. Well, you can stay, Jay. You'd had a resistance to gas from military, wouldn't you? A little bit, obviously. It's not the first time I've been grenaded. It's not the first time I've been gassed. It's not the first time I've been shot at. So, Corinthians, nope, can't put it in because you're not putting anything in with the scripture. You got to go. It was approved. Yes, it was. Posse comitatus is been approved. The Senate bill repealed it, and now they're going to draft our women. Tell me what posse comitatus is. Tracy, you're out of here. Fuck off. I told her that last time she came in here. We're going to talk about something real. You're not going to just sit there and get to play your fucking ding-dong, fucking ho-ho, video cracker Jesus nonsense with me, okay? We're not going to talk spirituality right now. We're going to talk about why this government has repealed posse comitatus, and you're going to tell me what it is. So you understand what is happening, and you sit there in your living room or wherever your comfortable space, you don't think about these things, and these laws are passed. So I'm not going to stand down here. I'm a veteran. I chose to take an oath to the Constitution. Doesn't mean I ended my tour of service, that my service is over. My tour does not end. The Constitution is a right of the people. I should defend that either way. So I'm not going to let you're not going to have a conversation about what's going on. I don't want you in here because I'm not interrupting. And we're really trying to figure out what the fuck are we going to do when they bring all these 1,000 military bases, close them down in 180 countries, bring all those soldiers home. And what are you going to do? You got to know what posse comitatus is, brothers, sisters, to know what I'm talking about. Why are you okay? I said they're going to draft our women. Speak up, man. Why didn't you know anything about that? You should think that doesn't bother you. They're going to draft our fucking women. Don't you know they killed a whole Ukrainian generation in the last 3 years with your tax dollars? With your tax dollars? An act making it appropriate to support the Army for the fiscal year ending there of 1800, 1799 and all purposes. Okay, posse comitatus. Go to the hospital, you're manic. Uh-oh, we got a drug pusher in here. See, guys, people are drug pushers. And your thing's not said, so it must not. Let's see if it's posse comitatus. A lot of these women are men. Oh, well, Jimmy's kind of, we'll let you see that. That's true. The first ladies, hello. First ladies. First ladies. Anybody first ladies? 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 Tell me what that is right there. Tell me what that is. What is that? What's this? What about this? You tell me what this is. What's looking at you right there? I'm a prior law enforcement officer. I can, as a credible witness, testify in open court the difference between a man and a woman. They're not going to just draft the women. Get the fuck out of here, you child. Get Gen X out of here. Demon. Hey, what's happening? This is Carter's wife. This is Bush's wife. This is Reagan's wife. Go look at Reagan's wife. You can literally see these huge, massive Adam's apple in many of the pictures. Many of the pictures. So you think it was just Reggie? It's not Michael. It's Reggie. He was an Oregon State Beaver. That's why Barry went to Oregon, not O of U. U of O is Oregon, like duck you. I quack daddy bitch, duck a friend. No, the Beavers. Nice beaver. I just had it stuffed. Thanks. Right? No, the Beavers. He went to Research Stadium, brothers, sisters. I'm in Oregon. You still talking about the Bushes all these years later? Yeah, that's white trash trailer talk. Okay, whatever. You're an idiot. Look at this, guys. Come on, man. This has been going on for a long time, guys. I encourage you to look at all the first ladies. You know, I brought this picture into an 85, 90-year-old man. I was having a discussion on the other side of the restaurant. I wanted an unbiased opinion. I walked up and I showed him this picture. I said, what do you think of this picture? And he said, he's got an Adam's apple, is what he said to me. 85-year-old man is what he said to me. He's got an Adam's apple. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, brother, sister. So it's not the new game, okay? Ivan, Mr. Thump, a man has 8 head heights, brothers, sisters. I'm a prior pig, cop, law enforcement officer. A man has 8 head heights, brothers, sisters. A man has 8 head heights. A woman only has 7. I don't care if they have giantism or dwarfism. We're proportioned different. I'm a military veteran. Women have a different Army standard in the Army than women. We are portioned completely different, okay? No, women don't have Adam's apples, so cat's out of here, you're a liar. So, the thing that you can take, if you take a man, he's going to have 8 head heights. A woman, so that means you could be running away from me in a hoodie, away from me in a credible witness as a prior law enforcement officer. I know your shoulders. See, a man has 3 head heights. See my shoulder? See, I can fit a whole head. A woman's missing a whole half head height. She's 2.5. That's right. I've done this for a living, so don't sit there and you can pull this shit on me. You can't. I could not search or do a pat down frisk on a woman here, regardless how she was dressed. I had to be able to identify. I'm an old school law enforcement officer when you couldn't stick your hand down, down the pants, of a woman to do a pat down or frisk. They can do whatever they want now. It's sickening. So a woman's hips open up because of her cervix, and she's shaped like a, yeah, her shoulders are narrower than her hips, or wider than her shoulders. A man's his hips are narrower. Men are shaped like a V, not like a, brothers, sisters, that's what I'm saying. You can't, I don't care if you put a chainmail purse on, right? Got that and a nice pearl necklace, and you benderfy as a man, they're going to dig you up 1,000 years from now and say that's a dude. Shaped like a dude, right? Let me see his pelvic bone. It's the dead giveaway, brothers, sisters. So I encourage you to look at Mr. Ivan. The First Lady, Ivan. Is that head heights 3? Is that 8 heights? Shoulders wider than hips? See, you can't change that, brothers, sisters. You can't. So I don't care if these people want to sit there. And we were fooled for years. I told you this goes all the way back to the Bushes. Carter's wife. And it goes back. I encourage you. It's not Mike either. It's Reggie. I already said that. Stop calling him Mike. His name is Reggie. He played as an Oregon State Beaver. You can trace this information, brothers, sisters. Had the Adam's apple shaved. Remember floppy cock on the whatever that show that he did with that lady. I don't remember. Ellen DeGeneres. So it's not Mike. Stop calling it Mike. Everybody does that. You guys don't. He played for the Oregon State Beavers. Why did Barack Obama, which his name was Barry Soetoro, come to Oregon, the state that I live in, 2 terms and never once visited the U of O? We got people come here from the NFL who go to fucking University of Oregon to Autzen Stadium and go, we ain't got shit like this in the NFL, man. This is sick. And whoa. What other team wears a different uniform every year? They're sponsored by Phil Knight. Why didn't he go see that rich man? He went there because that's where Reggie played as an Oregon State Beaver. So it is a beautiful state. We got some tyrannical cops, but every state has tyrannical cops. All cops are tyrants. So there's not one good cop in America, not one. Nope. Used to be pig myself. Why aren't they talking about why they clipped the penny? Why is our money not in gold and silver? Why are they sending more money to fucking Israel, Iraq, and Iran, and Ukraine? There's dying children on the streets of this country. They're going to send more fucking money to Ukraine. Unalive a whole generation of women. Gone. See you. No birthday next year. You're not supposed to celebrate birthdays. You're not supposed to celebrate anything. So don't be going against the gospel, and the gospel is difficult, and we're not supposed to do what everybody else is doing. We're supposed to be in the world, but not of it. Stay in the word, not of the world. So these people want to, God loves everybody. God doesn't love everybody. He didn't love the Gentile nation. He hated Esau, and he stole Nimrod, Satan's inheritance. Remember? Esau, he hated him before he was ever born or done anything because he was lukewarm. You might want to study Esau. That's Satan's brother. The one Trump has his house decorated with. The king, locked up in the abyss. The word is no knowledge. Hell's not a place. That's the word abyss. My people shall perish for like abyss. I'll throw them in the abyss. That's the ram. He said, before Abraham was, I am. That's right. David declared in the Lamb of God. Father, that would make him the ram, correct? They'd blow the lamb or the ram's horn, correct? The shofar. There's 7 shofars will sound before that great and dreadful day of the Lord. So, hallelujah. I don't do religions. I rebuke them with light. I rebuke them with Greek. I rebuke them with the rejected texts. I don't study Bible. That's basic instruction before leaving earth. I study the scriptures, canonized, meaning every single word in this book has been taken out and defined. Yours isn't, mine is. Mine's an old 12th century old book. This is an old Jewish book written in Greek. You speak any Hebrew? You forward? I got the Hebrew books. So I'm a celestial magi. If you don't know what that is, heaven's not above your head, and a magi could tell you that. There were not 3 wise men. There were many men. Daniel was a magi. Remember, he declared the ages through the kings, dreams. So, no, we're not going around the sun. We're not going around the sun. You're an idiot. Take your ball cap somewhere else. He didn't create one planet. There we go. Thank you, Brazil. Look at the Hebrew. We'll teach for a minute. Thank you, Word, for always help bringing me down. Hebrew. Hebrew. Wow. Hebrew. No vowels in Hebrew. What do you know? So his name couldn't have been Jesus. That's Shem, not name. Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Remember, Noah had 3 sons. You speak some other book is what you do. Book is not canonized where you can take one word out and study it and has to match the definition that's in the lexicon. And then you can take your concordance. You know what a concordance is? See, that's what religions do to people, brothers, sisters. There's no priest, pastor, deacon, or reverend on this rock that could come against this gospel. Bring your best priest. Kitty touch much? Catholics are Christians, and Christians are Satanists, and Satanists are Catholics, and Catholics, wrote the Quran. So Muslims are basically Catholics without a sun god, but they do know that Esau did kill his brother Nimrod, the one Trump has his house decorated with. So, right? But there's no wise in Hebrew, so there would be no such thing as Yehovah or Yahweh, Bahim, Hamashiach. I speak Hebrew. I speak Greek. I speak about 10 different languages. Dialect is glossa tongue. So there was no J's, there were no A's, there were no I's, there were no E's, there were no O's. Or Z was not the last letter added to the English alphabet. The letter J didn't exist at the time of the Hamashiach. Christ is a pagan term. Lord is a pagan term as well. Those aren't in this book. Doesn't say Lord, doesn't say God, doesn't say Jesus, doesn't say devil, doesn't say all these words these people speak are not in this book. And unless you can, see this old 12th century canonized version where they literally had the Council of Nicaea pulled every word out and tried to transliteral, not change any jots, yods, or the literal definition. There were places they ran into because obviously you can't take Hebrew, turn it into, translate it to Aramaic and English. It gets lost in what is known translation. I've read for about 30 years plus, and I'm always in a study mode. I've always got my face in the Word. It's in my heart, but he's knocking, you shall knock, and I will come sup, he said. Eat of the meat. Eat of the meat. Eat of the meat. Not this watered down milk that's been translated where they like to violate the a-holes. There's no A's in Hebrew. There was no J at the time of the Hamashiach. Christ is the term anointed in oil. So Hebrew to Aramaic is straightforward, isn't it? No. When they took the Hebrew, they created a halakha and a haggadah. If you don't know what the halakha or the haggadah is, that was their targum, like the Torah or their Mishnah. Do you own a Mishnah? Probably not. I speak to pastors and I make them look like wolves in sheep's clothing because they don't define, brothers and sisters. He doesn't dwell in temples. He said that the most high, and don't put me under any flesh law, that the Most High does not dwell in temples made by hands. So halakha was the perverted oral law. They created two laws. The written law, which was the Haggadah. I know it's foreign to you, speaking some other, you think it's alien to you, huh? So it was their targum, brothers and sisters. They had created a perverted law to where they could change, like, for example, if the corn had fell off the cart, it was supposed to stay on the field, not be picked back up. If the edges of the field, you could go into a field, you could glean. You couldn't take anything with you, but you could eat out of the field. these Pharisees, their big boy club with their halakha and their haggadah, had created their own oral law. Like Moses was given the law on the mount, the 10 Commandments, honor thy father, that's not your dad, honor thy mother, that's not your mom. They had created a 2-split law. The haggadah or the halakha, you could speak it, but you couldn't write it down. And this is in their, what is called their Mishnah or their Targum. There's other ways to, so you're going to tell your halakha is the oral law that they created to pervert the original Old Testament from Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. That's the word halakha. It was an oral law. So if you're going to try to contradict that, you're blasphemous. And the haggadah was a written law. You could speak it, but you could not write this law down, brothers and sisters. And that should be rather alarming to you. Okay. And these were perversion anyways. These were not a Old Testament Hebrew. You can't take Hebrew and translate it into Aramaic. It gets lost in translation. So that's not what they did. They did not literally, like the canonization that took place in the 12th century at the Council of Nicaea, where they took and pulled all the words out and literally with the lexicon, Old Hebrew, tried to define first definition before translating. And in some cases, they had struggled to find the correct definition. So they translated to the best of their ability. That's why even in this Strong's Concordance and the Young's Concordance, if you own this concordance and you can study one word at a time and not be some religious idiot, you know, and go by their perverted other Jesus. There's 2 Jesus in Scripture, and you tell that to one of these religious people, they go, no, there's not. You know, they've never stuck their face in this book. They never supped. He says, knock, and I will come sup with you. Ask, and you shall receive. That's not a new job. I need money to pay off this other ministry that I just bought. I already donated this one $47,000 to the ministry. Not for me. That's not ask, and you shall receive. Seek, and maybe I can find some gold or something I can pay. It's talking about the tree of knowledge, brothers and sisters, right? The tree of life. Your mother is what it is. Your instruction is what it is. That's what it is. Halakha and haggadah, brothers and sisters, are perversions. They're changes. And the last thing he says in Revelation is don't add a jot. Translation, your own version. So how in the hell was his name Jesus? Name is the word Shem. Once again, Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. In the Lord's Prayer, Lord is a pagan term. Our Father, he's not in the sky. Who art in heaven? That's not in the sky, right? Hallowed be thy name. That means like Hosanna, lift up, raise, like the resurrection from darkness. You know, he was lifted, raised out of the tomb in the highest. Hosanna, right? Edify his Shem is what it said. Edify his Shem. Shem, it didn't say name. So our Father is not in the sky. Never did he ever exist in flesh. So, you know what I'm saying? People are idiots. They don't define, they add the Scripture. So Shem is father of, Shem is law or Aleph or authority or the word ox or leader. We'll give you many same of that same. So that's exactly what it is. He said, I am the Alpha and the Omega. Like A to Z, it's O in the ending alphabet in Greek. So either way, these people literally, Jim, Bean, man, you have to put the Scripture if you want to learn here. If you got to put it in so everybody can see it. I'll bounce off something, but you got to have to put all the Scripture so everybody can learn from you. So, so let's talk about this. Why is it that Donald Trump gets to decorate his house with Mithra, the sun god Satan, and none of these Christians or Catholics or Presbyterians or Protestants or Mormons or any of these religious idiots even speak up with that? Why does any of the American people speak up about that? Hell, we were speaking up about not standing up for pos comitatus. So Mithra was the sun god at the time of Rome. Christ, Apollyon, the sun god. LOL, Mithra is Jesus. That's right. Cracker Jesus, birthed in the middle of the winter. Oh, we don't have that up there anymore. We erased that. We did another lesson. Here, we can find that. You want to see your Jesus? Let's see, we got one in here. Your Sex Pistol Jesus. Do we have one in here? Oh, we might not have one in this one. Big bucks, no whammy. Stop. There's your Jesus. Here's your Jesus. Your Saturnalia. Yes, you're birthed on the equinox. Nope. Birthed with the line the sun. This is a perversion of you're a celestial idiot. You think there's a big dipper there, the going around the North Star. Oh, it's the Big Dipper. They thought there was a goddess of heaven spinning the Big Dipper at the equinox. So there's your Jesus. And his mom, Semiramis, who he had sex with his mom. His mom, yep, Semiramis Ishtar. And yep, her son Tammuz. Yep, Tammuz. So we got you, don't we? Now we know who we're talking about. Satan, Jesus Christ, birthed in the middle of the winter. See, these people see this and they get all offended. They think it's a swastika. They're idiots. They think they were Jews over there during World War II. Yep, look at that. April Fools. Oh, April Fools. No, the real Jesus was not born in September, Princess. You don't know the exact date of the birth of Christ, but I can tell you exactly that he was not born in the months of September. No, October, November, or December, those 3 months. It is possible for him to be born in September. It's possible to be born in any of the months leading up. September is the 7th month, not the 9th, by the way, if you're paying attention to the calendar. It's not 2025. Octa, octagon, octopus, 8. That's not 10. I was born in the 9th month of November, and dece, decagon, decimal, decimi. Let me see your decimi, like 10. So I can tell you that he was born when the shepherds were in the field with the sheep. And in Israel, in the months of October on your Gregorian lunatic calendar that you guys go by, and it's not 2025, but we'll play your stupid reindeer games and your little stupid equinox. But he was born, the shepherds were in the field with the sheep, and the sheep go up because I am a farmer out here. I've had sheep. There's sheep on this ministry. Henry used to chase the dogs around out here. I've raised sheep, and sheep get put up in the months of October, November, and December because of the raids. So they're not out in the fields with the shepherds. So there's no way in hell that Christ was born in the middle of the winter. 100% they had an orgy. They had a Saturn ritual. Saturn, this star right here. Remember? Saturn. Remember he said there would be signs in the stars and in the sun and in the moon, correct? There would be signs, right? Remember, there was a Star of David or the Star of Bethlehem that the wise man saw when Jupiter conjuncted the morning star. Venus, not Lucifer. There is no such thing as Lucifer. That does not exist. That's a word that was never written in text. People refer to Lucifer. Venus is the morning star, bro. See, people are idiots. So when Saturn, right, this Saturn, they thought that the sun was dying at the equinox. And so they prayed to Saturn to try to slow the sun. They were idiots. They didn't know anything about. People are idiots right now. They think they live on a planet. They think they live on a planet. Father didn't create one single planet and never says one world order or one world religion, not saying one time. Never does that say that. Doesn't say Lucifer. No, it doesn't. Oh, wait, it was added way later and it's only written down one time. Just like there's 2 birth dates in Scripture. 2. And we're not supposed to celebrate birth dates of birth. Porneia is the Greek word idolatry, self porneia, idolatry. You speak any Greek. If you don't speak Greek, you got to go. You can't make any opinion in this matter. I will not allow you if you cannot speak oligos, oligos, a little bit, then you got to go. Don't speak up to me. You don't even speak any Greek. He was a Hebrew Israelite. He spoke like the prophets and they could understand it in any language. that they were. Do you know anybody can do that? There's no prophets walking this earth right now. Not one single, right? Earth is the rule, not anywhere below your feet. You need Jesus. Who the hell is Jesus? I have the scriptures, not some book like Bible. I have the rejected text too. Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. Your earthly rules, what you are. It's by your definition, comes out your face, not your matrix. The women have the matrix, you know, the fire down below. That's the matrix. Not somewhere out here in this realm. You probably think you're on this rock, third rock from the sun on a planet, corkscrewing and spinning on a ball through time and space. So you need to go. You're a child. You're an idiot. Father didn't create a single planet. He created the stars, sun, and moon. Thanks for your subscription, brothers, sisters. Some of these people, this feeds, and I know you're like, yep, because you've been supping with the word. So I won't try to turn a goat into a sheep. If you came in here and you think that God had not already created vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction from the foundation of the word, you don't know nothing about this word. And vessels of mercy, those will have their lambs, right? The book of life. Lambs, their names will be called Shem. Their name will be called out in that book. So most people are going to reject it. It's like talking till I'm like a Canaanite, blue in the face, blue bloods. Remember the ones that were left out? Hello? What? Who told you were naked? Yes, who told you we were naked? Don't you remember? Did she take a bite out of the apple, or did she have sex with Leviathan in the garden? But they think that the sons of God coming into the women of men, that's traditions of men, that had nothing to do with sex. Ahab married Jezebel, you idiot. He doesn't want us to yoke with somebody who believes in two Jesuses. Or yeah, many Jesus. So if this is feeding you, brothers, sisters, hit the thumbs up button. Help out the algorithm. Most people don't want this truth. You can't handle. That's the Greek word aletheia. He said, I am the hados. I am the aletheia. Remember, said oligos. I don't speak every letter, every number, every jot, every tittle in Greek. Wait, jots and tittles, those are Hebrew. Oh, never mind. I speak many languages, but I don't fluently speak all of the language. So, you know, but I can share these words that are in this book because I know the ones that are in this book. And it's on my heart. So the quality is so low because I live out in the middle of nowhere, and 5G is a weapon. It has nothing to do with internet. It's about millimeter wave. It's an oxygen absorption wave. 60 gigahertz, 5G whiz, 60 millimeter wave. I don't put that on my phone. It's a weapon. So yes, I'm a tyrant pig veteran, person that's worked for this government, and I was a military pig in the army. So I rebuke my service. I'm disgusting. You understand? What we do under this covenant, Old Testament, God required war. Your enemy will come against you one way if you agape me, and I will make them flee 7 ways. He said, Father had a ruling class. That was the heavens. The heavens was the ruling class, you brothers and sisters, is not. Heaven is not above your head. God is not above your head. Father has never existed in flesh. He is light. He said, I am the horizo, not the life. He said, I am the hados, I am the aletheia, and I am the horizo. Horizo is the horizon, brothers and sisters, where every night the sun went down, in the morning light would raise at the... So does that make sense? Well, it has to. He said if it doesn't add up, if it's not in the same narrow way, you can find, brothers and sisters, all the definitions of this old Jewish Greek book right here in the Old Testament. No, I encourage you to use your concordance, and I use your lexicon. Mob Rules comes back in. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. You're the only one that's made a donation to the ministry so far. So we appreciate that, the help. So we'll continue to put more things on the internet today. I listed my flatbed today. Jeeps up for sale, motorcycles up for sale, lands up for sale. I got like 30 some things. So I'm going to continue to try to pour the funds in to be able to purchase that. So I appreciate your help on that. We will make sure that we keep mentioning that. So do appreciate it when you have extra abundance and you can tithe to others. That's what he says in the book of Malachi. Give me 10% of your earnings. I don't want your money. Mob Rose knows that yesterday we had a donation stream and we only got one all day, and that's okay. It's not necessary. I have the assets. I just need to be able to get sold. Something like my motorcycle, guys. It's about that time that I don't want to get rid of that motorcycle, but I'd rather sell everything I have and give it to the ministry. That's what I'm doing. So I've been continuing to do it over and over. I could have got myself an attorney. I probably should have got a lawsuit attorney. Instead, I paid the ministry off. So it's not for me. And this ministry that it was just purchased is so we can push a freeze dryer, without having to worry about being off the grid and having, interruption in the power. You can't do that on a freeze dryer. So it's on the grid. It has a, washer, dryer, room, the whole thing. It's a home, and it will turn that into the ministry, and you get to see, the building out of that building there. It's a single wide, but I work, and I'm going to put that little bit of a Western front on it, and we'll live stream from up there too. So it'll be pretty neat to have another location. It's a worldwide ministry, brothers and sisters. We've reached all four corners of this rock. You might want to get with the news here. We're not on a planet, north, east, west, and south, not like fake, but so, brothers and sisters, in an online ministry, so you don't have to donate. You come and donate your time, okay? I don't want your money. I only want people I'd actually ask for anybody to donate. When this ministry, it took $47,000 to pay this off. I don't get Social Security. I don't get disability. I'm a veteran. I don't get veterans benefits. I get harassed by the police is what I get, but I never got child support. I raised my son as 8 years, both mom and dad. I never got a pencil or during the school year, never play clothes. We used to have like play clothes and stuff in the summertime. We'd have different clothes during the school year. I don't know if you guys are any of that old and still do that. But anyways, I've been blessed because Kevin is here. He purchased the ministry. He got a good piece of property, a beautiful, the property is such a wonderful place. And he's doing awesome over there, guys. He really is. He's got the solar. We got the solar hooked up. So he's off the grid now. He's making his own power. He can charge his phone, charge whatever he wants. We've got the water tank. He purchased that water tank. That's that big 1,200-gallon water tank. And so he's been digging every day. He found out it's not as easy to dig out here. Not that he knew it wasn't hard, but it's a little harder than you think. It doesn't really look like it's as hard as it is. Like sometimes you got rocks and it's real rock. There's no rocks here, but it's basically the whole turned into a near rock. It's called diatomaceous earth. You know what I'm saying? No, Islam is a bunch of pedophiles, and it's written by Catholicism. Grow up, child. You're like a Christian in here. You seriously? Are you a Catholic without a sun god? I know you know Nimrod, right? Esau killed Nimrod. These Christians don't, but Islam was written by Catholics, and it's not ever okay to have sex with a kid. So get out of here. I rebuke you. And they believe in infidels. So you're Old Testament. Basically, you're a Jew. You're a fake Jew is what you are. So all Muslims are fake Jews. That's what they are. They go after their Samaramis, Ishtar, the one who had sex with her son. Get it? Kitty touch much? Mm-hmm. So, no, I don't have an ignorant mindset. I have the truth. You just don't like the truth. You're rebuking. Is it ever okay? Let's ask you then. Is it okay to have sex with a child? Are you okay with that? We're going to see who you really are. Is it okay? Don't answer any questions or leave. Do not answer any other questions or leave. You came in here, you talk about your Allah, Kamala, Allah Akbar, and your Muhammad, who was not hung from a tree to fulfill the covenant of the Gentile nation. So, yeah, you believe in infidels. So, speak up. Is it okay to touch a child? Ever have sex with them, touch them sexually in any way? Muhammad was a pedophile, known pedophile. I've read the Quran. It was written by Catholics. You're an idiot. You don't even know your own history. You're basically like one of these Christians here. No, I'm not weird. This is the truth. Take it deep. That's who that is. What did you just stumble into? An unshadow banned channel that's pointing out the truth. Catholics, Catholicism, the Quran, written by Catholics. Muslims don't even know that. Christians don't even know there's two Jesus in Scripture. That's how a bunch of idiots Christians are. So, but they don't sup with the book, so they would know that if they would have read it. Oh, God knows what's in my heart. Yeah, I know. I've never, you've never picked this book up once and read it, have you? So, move on, move along. It's never okay to touch a kid. You're sick. You're disgusting. Muhammad was a known pedophile, and we're never going to allow you to say that it's okay to have infidels. That means if you're not one of them, they'll fucking kill you, brothers, sisters. Seriously, they're like Jews right now. Donald Trump's a fake Jew. When he says God, he's not talking about, you know, the one who birthed the flesh vessel, Christ Jesus, the Hamashiach, born of Bethlehem. He's from the house of David. He was the, remember, Leo, David declared him the Lamb of God, the Lion, the King, right? The Lion, Leo. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. He sprang out of the tribe of Judah. He was the Lion King. Get it? Disney mocks him, like tells you you have a conscience. You don't have no conscience. You're an idiot. No such thing as a conscience. No such thing as sovereign. No such thing as fortune. No such thing as free will. No such thing as being saved. No such thing as accepting Christ. These people make up all their own versions of their own, and there's the scripture to support every bit of it. So I know you only know about one because you don't read this book. You listen to some man on YouTube or in a house made by hands. So Donald Trump, when he says God, he's not talking about Elohim. He's talking about Baphomet. Baphomet. The one with 3 genders and 1 God. The one he has his house decorated with. Mithra. Satan, the brother of Esau. I mean, it's not that hard, brother, sister. Yeah, it is, Nimrod. Oh, got your blood pumping. Let me see your decami. It's a stick up. Everybody put your hands up. Let me see your decami. Who do you love? Who's your Shem? Who's your Agape? All right, some of you guys are getting it. Never righteous man calls folks idiots. Well, an idiot doesn't know the difference between an idiom and an idiot, Wyatt, and you're an idiot. You know that? Righteous. Hey!
What are you biting on?
Fuck, don't be biting me.
Why don't you get down? Go on, get down.
The puppy's trying to nanny me. So.
That's right. I went that way. Come on. You're going to the.
So how about this? Why define the word idiot for me to prove that you're not an idiot? You don't have to prove anything. Just define it. There's no. You don't have to prove anything. We just it's our proof. How about that?
Bite Chewy through Tracy.
I understand that, Tommy. Did you get grenaded in the face? I have thousands of hours in this ministry with no cursing. Go see Brother Jim at Grace and Truth Ministries. You didn't suffer a stroke. You didn't get hit with a grenade. You didn't stand against your law enforcement officers. You didn't hold a protest during the COVID, protesting Donald Trump as a scam artist who literally made how many hundreds of millions off of Hillary for prison. Then she sat at his inaugural dinner. So I don't want to hear your shit. Okay. You can leave it at the door. You ever heard 2 girls in a cup? Stop interrupting. Like, you ever had any kind of formal training, skill set, mindset? I don't knock nobody for believes what you do. Well, you can't believe in Jesus, Wolf, Wyatt, you're an idiot. See, you can't even define the word idiot. There's a difference between an idiot and an idiom. I judge with righteous judgment. Do you ever have a concordance? We're supposed to judge people. No, you're not. Shut up. Get out of here. Use the amendment right. If you're an American citizen, invoke your right to remain silent. Fifth Amendment, leave. You can't believe in Jesus. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. The word believe is not a thought in your head. You just keep stepping on your own phallic. Like cock worship, the Vatican's got the phallic in front of it, just like Washington phallic monument, like they got on the top of the churches. Here's the church, the steeple.
Come on, Chewy. Go.
So.
Go, Chewy.
We got to do some dinner here. What do you do for dinner? You do anything for dinner? You guys, I got to get off here a minute and have some food, man. I didn't get too much food in my belly. So, what's that?
Did you eat anything?
No, if not, I'll get something going here. If you,
okay.
Are you getting
I'll
hungry?
come back over.
Cool. I will get something cooking. I'll get off here. You guys got me for 10 more minutes. I gotta, get some food in my belly. We're gonna some fried chicken. I try not to eat fried stuff when I can, but fried chicken sounds good. But I don't eat fried things. Very seldom do I eat anything that's cooked in oil. I don't eat pigs. I don't eat candy. I don't drink soda. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do a lot of things you guys do, and I still struggle, guys. I still eat not the best. So, but I try to take care of this old body because I'm a veteran, and I broke my back in the military, and I broke it again in a car accident, and I've broken my arms and legs, and
stitches, all kinds of stuff. All I've ever do is beat myself up. So I try to take care of myself now. You know what I'm saying? I try to take care of myself as best as I can. And I'm trying to work towards getting on a completely organic diet. Demonion is a distributor of fortunes. They used to pray to their ancestors, the little deity gods. Hey, why'd you all right, but why do we hide Demon? He said he ate organic. I don't know. Maybe he said something else. But anyways, I'm trying to work towards that too, brothers, sisters, get myself on a better diet, you know. Although I'm very healthy and strong and work hard and can work all day and normally work most 20-year-olds into the dirt, not literally, but, you know, most men are not at my age, you know, in their 50s can, you know, but I take care of myself, you know. I still have a very low body fat, and because of I don't intake a lot of the things that most people I don't drink energy drinks. I don't, like I said, I don't eat candy. Yeah. I've never had surgery though, Riley. They want to cut on me. I had to move out of the state when I broke it again the second time because they wanted to cut me open, and you know what I'm saying? They do. They like to give you the cortisone and then fill you full of, you know, drugs and make you take, like, I'm not sure how bad your back was because I'm seizure prone because of breaking it the 2 times, and the degeneration of both discs are gone. And it's just a mess back there, man. My back just looks horrible. If you took an x-ray, you'd wonder how I would even be able to stand up with all the nerve, you know, too. I don't know if you ever had an EMG, you know, an electromagnetogram where they go into your nerve endings and they try to figure out where the issues where you're having problems with the circuitry of your nerve. It is a very, so nerve pain is what I got, you know, that bothers me. I could break everything. Brakes are, you know, but it's that signal pain. If you don't know what signal pain is, kind of like maybe get your teeth pulled out. I don't have not had that problem, but I know some people have got an abscess tooth, and it can get bad, and then that sends a signal pain, and neuropathy. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So Slate knows what I'm talking about, man. That when your body is trying to say, hey, fix this. This is traumatized back here. And you're going like, no. And your body's still saying, yeah, fix it. So it's going to send a pain signal as well as not just the brake to the brain to fix it. That's a good thing, brothers, sisters. That's a good thing. Pain is just weakness trying to leave your body, soldier. Move out and draw fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm a veteran, so I don't know pain. I broke my back in the military. I didn't go to sick call. There's no documentation of my back ever being broken in the military until I broke my back the second time. And they're like, what the hell is this? And they can go in there and see, you know, all the calcification, the way your body, it literally fused itself together. But the body's resilient, you know, that started that degeneration of that disc. And then when I broke it the second time, I actually got in 3 car accidents where I was in a 5-car pileup. I didn't break my back that time, but it messed up my back. And that's where they found out the old injury and brought me in and said, look, this break is bad, and want to make sure you're not covering old injuries, and, you know, and count on these new, because I'd actually been a 5-car pileup, and I literally ripped my, you know, thoracic, all my muscles from the top, you know, to my bottom, you know, lumbar. And I was in sad shape, guys. I can still walk, but that was pretty to rip. Imagine what I was driving a commercial type vehicle with a freezer, and it had it was a 5-speed, and I had my son with me. I just went and got done for the day, and I went and picked him up, and he was driving. And so I seen it was like a chain, you know, like, you know, rear end. And I seen it coming, and I was trying to clear this guy behind me, like tapping my brakes, trying to get him to back off me, because it was Coburg Road in Eugene, Oregon, almost right where they wanted to cut me open. That's crazy. I never even thought about that. Right there, it's by the Slocum building in Coburg when you're going over towards Valley River. But anyways, I'm coming over, and I come over that hill when you come down, and they just busted up, bang, bang, bang. Well, the first car smashed it and took off. The first guy ran into that guy, and he took off. But then all the other cars, bang, bang. And so I was that next car, and I actually cleared by about a foot. I didn't hit that car. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hit that car, but that guy behind me just went bam and shoved me right into the car in front of me. So actually he was charged, and he was charged. I was the only person in the accident that didn't get charged because they could see that my vehicle hit nothing. It stopped, came to a rest, and then I hit the way it was shoved down, and then I was pushed and shoved in to the car in front of me. That really messed me up. Then I was with my ex. She was a teacher. She was a teacher, and she drove this big, huge, classic Caprice. She really liked it. And we were on Gateway Boulevard in Springfield, Oregon, right by the Gateway Mall, sitting there at the stoplight where the Carl's Jr.'s at. If you ever been on Gateway, it's several lanes, and we're sitting there, and this guy just wasn't paying attention and just drove. It's like 35, and he was just speeding. He was hauling ass, not paying attention. It's like 55 miles an hour, just ran right into the back of her car, and she had a kid, and there was a car seat in the back of the car, and it absolutely just accordioned the car. I mean, it was a full-size car, dude. It just crumpled that back end. It was really bad. Actually, the bumper of the car that hit us stuck to the car, right? And then the guy takes and he backs up, rips his bumper right off of his car, leaves his bumper on the car, does a U-turn and flips off and drives away, right? Does a hit and run right in the middle of the daytime, but leaves his bumper. So we were able to find him the next day because his bumper was left at the scene but that's when I broke my back the second time, that cracking, and then the problem that I had with my lower back that chipped that upper top vertebrae, and then that actually caused a major problem where I started having a compressed disc, and then when that compressed, it caused that to bulge out the other side, and it ripped open. If you never felt this pain, brothers and sisters, when that fluid, like your immune system, you have cannabinoids in your immune system that's like a gel. It keeps it from that sciatic nerve touching. Right there. That sciatic nerve touches it. Oh my God, that's the worst pain you've ever had in your entire life. Nothing outpaces sciatica. Sciatica is like signal. It's another signal pain, man. I'm telling you, it's the worst. So that push down over here, and that caused this to rip open, and then that leaked for almost like 3 months. Over 3 months, it took for all that fluid to actually finally come down and rest to where my body started calcifying. And that's when they wanted to, like I said, they were looking at my back and wanted to do surgery. Well, then I got out of physical therapy, because now I don't have this disc. This disc is ripping open. Yeah, it's hard, guys. It feels honestly like somebody's taking like a branding knife, or iron in the back of your spine, and just as that leaks out and it hits that. Your body sends, I'm telling you, it's a very excruciating pain, but it took about 3 months and it went away. And so I continued. I went through all the physical therapy. I started to get better, and then I got rear-ended again. So I got rear-ended in 13 months. I got rear-ended 3 times. And that last rear-end accident, it just, guys, man, I could not stand up. I had literally vertigo. I had fluid in the second accident that I had fluid in the frontal lobes of my brain, and it started that whole process over again. I literally I had to lay down to get that pressure off my spine. And then, I'd be okay when I'd stand up, but then I would start actually, sciatica will make you, I don't know if you ever had sciatica, it'll make you shrimp over. It literally just pulls you down like an old man. I'm telling you, and I don't like to do the cane thing. I use a damn walker like I'm a damn snail until I can get myself back upright. But it takes sometimes 6 months to get straight back up. Sometimes it only takes me, a week. So I'm pretty hammered, but I'm still here, like I said, and I've never, ever once been cut on. They actually said that they cannot do the cortisone shots. I was there at that same location in Coburg, Oregon. And Dr. Phillips, my son, was there, and he told I shouldn't have brought my son there, but I was a single dad. And he told me I was not going to be able to walk. He could not give me the cortisone shots. There was too much damage. It was actually going to take 2 separate surgeries. And he wanted me to come in and they had to re-break my back and then jack me up and then insert the disc and put the new vertebrae, the poly. No, I can't do that. I can't pull that. I can't pull it apart now. It's just sitting there. Honestly, if you understand what I'm saying, Zero Fox Doodle, is that Zero Fox Doodle? No, that's not Zero Fox. Pug1life.com. All right, never mind. Somebody knows about Pug One? All right, never mind. I haven't watched Pug in a while. Anyways, Eric, is that? No, his name's not Eric. Damn, I haven't watched that in a minute. But do you know who Doodle is? So I'm fused. There you go, guys. So I'm fused. So if you rip that apart, guys, that there's no disc now. So a lot of people, they've done TENS, electrolysis, all these machines. They've tried heat, cold, everything on my back. It doesn't work because it's like somebody took a welder. It looks like you guys know somebody who doesn't know how to weld very good. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, because it wouldn't do it. Guys, a lot of people, when you get that press on your sciatic nerve and you just get a little bit of pressure, oh my God. Oh, it feels so good. But guess what? Now it's got to come back down again. And it might be worse. So yes, I do get a little bit of a relief from buoyancy, which an inversion table would do a similar, right, in water, physical therapy. That's Although it might be, it's going to come down and resettle, and I could have been way worse. It had done that to me. I'm like, no, I don't want it. And they're like, you've got to go through this physical therapy, and I did. I come out of there, and I'm, the TENS, they do electrons, try to, there's just nothing. I need to rack my back up, put the vertebrae, and disc between the two, the cushion, so it can, that sciatic nerve can run without getting pushed on. And so the body is just barely, I'm telling you, I'm this close every second to touching my sciatic nerve, brothers, sisters. I'm that close on both of those discs are gone. The doctor's like, you shouldn't be able to walk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're like, dude, that's crazy. Look at this. I remember when I was at Eugene Sports and Medicine. What was his name? Spencer, Dr. Spencer. Wow, that's crazy. I got a damn good memory. And he did my EMG, and he's like, I don't understand. You have not like the whole main street of this line. If you've been a city, it's not like all the circuitry's out in my body. But he's like, you have large of math swaths of your circuitry, neuropathy. It's not sending that signal, and therefore it's not sending it over here. And this one's out over here. And with this out and this out, there's no way you should pick that leg up and be able to move that leg. Your body is telling you've overcome this neuropathy, this signal, in telling it to do something that it shouldn't even be able to do. They're like, man, this is quite incredible. It's not like you're totally gone and you're paralyzed, but if you have one more of these main line goes out, man, you're going to end up in a wheelchair. You're not going to be able to walk. So I remember when I was in the Slocum building, and Dr. Phillips told me, man, you're going to have surgery. You're going to have 2 back surgeries. And if you don't go have this surgery right now, you are going to end up not being able to walk. And if I give you those cortisone shots, you have too much trauma, I'm going to put you in a wheelchair. You're this close. I cannot stick all that. You got stuff I can't work around. Your vertebrae is literally fused itself all the way around. When you broke your back in the Army, you broke it the wrong way. Most people break it from the front. It looks like a dog or like a cervix or the ears. And normally people will break it from the front like this. Well, I broke it this way, the wrong way. And so he's like, your whole body is fused itself together. If I stick anything in there, I'm probably going to cripple you. You're going to be paralyzed. And my son's just sitting there going, and so he's like, look, I'm scheduling you for back surgery. You need 2 back surgeries. So I need to get this scheduled now. If I give you cortisone shots and I don't cripple you, you'll just go out and continue to work like you do. You've already broke your back twice, never had surgery. So if I give you some relief, you're just going to go break your back again. I am not giving you, I'm refusing to give you cortisone, and I'm scheduling you for back surgery. And so my son freaked out, guys. When I went outside, man, he was like, Dad, you're not going to be able to walk again. And so, how are you going to throw me the football, Dad? And he just couldn't live with that, brothers and sisters. It could not get off. My brother, tried talking to him or whatever. Nobody could talk to him. He was just so afraid that I was never going to walk, and I was his dad, and he was a smart kid. And I ended up having to move out of the state of Oregon, and I ended up moving to Idaho because he couldn't let it go. He just couldn't let it go. He was constantly talking about it. And if I'd had a little bit of pain, he would just, and so I promised him, I said, well, okay, we'll leave. We'll get out of here. And if Dad gets bad, you're going to have to help take care of me. Like, picking me up, and don't let me poop my pants, drag me over there. When I get tired, you're going to have to pick Dad up, put me on the toilet, man. Cause if I get worse, I don't have anybody to take care of me, son. So this is going to be me and you, Dad, your mom, so I don't have anybody. And, he agreed, and we moved to Idaho, and he settled there, and he quit thinking about it. And, when I had a problem with my pain, and he would we go on and we deal with it. And here I am today, brothers and sisters, 10 years ago, that Dr. Slocum building, and Dr. Phillips said, I'm not going to ever be able to walk again. And I'm here. So I don't use any they put me on Oxycontin and Percocets, and I actually refused to take them. They're going to try to get me locked up for not, having them in my system, thinking that I was selling them, knowing that they're too stupid. Like I'm filming right now. I film everything. Well, I film myself, flushing them down the toilet, and they didn't like that. They tried to threaten me that I was tainting the municipality and try to give me some other charge or something. But I told them, to kick rocks, that, I'm not taking them. I don't want to take this stuff. And then they made me take them, and I had to take them to continue to get health, to try to. And that's when I said no ever again. And actually, I've documented in my medical records, I will not take a single painkiller, no Adderall, no, that's not a painkiller, but no psychotropics, no, it's in my medical records. Do not give any that. Don't IV it me. I can sue the living piss you if you try to put some kind of foreign pharmakia drug in my body. Don't you dare. Let me die. They cannot. It's in my records. I will deal with it. There's no pain that's so excruciating that I need to take a narcotic for. Absolutely not. So I've been off grid for 6 years now. Yeah, they do. They really pump this, remember it was like Vicodin, and then I think it was Loratab. I remember back when people really got hooked on like Loratab, Vicodin, Percocet. Those people really like the morphine, the time-released Oxycontin. That's another one of those people. They love you to take those. They want you to just get all zombified. I remember I took them for 1 month, brothers and sisters. They forced me. Once they found out, like I said, okay, you're not taking, like, if you want to continue to have your medical, you're not taking these as prescribed, we're going to cut you off. You're not going to get any medical because you're not following the instructions you were given. And so I literally, brother, sister, I had my own house, a beautiful place. I had a lady friend at the time, and she lived nearby, and we could, be close to each other. And after that, brother, sister, I had to close up shop, move out of my place. And I continued to get worse and worse once I started taking that Percocet. They had me on 3 of those a day, 3 Percocet and 2, sometimes 3. I didn't understand what they were doing, but 80 milligram Oxycontin. Morphine, brother, sister, straight fucking morphine. I apologize, but dude, let me tell you, I have never felt so worse in my entire life. I felt way worse than the pain that I was feeling. And I was wrecked, guys. I mean, I was wrecked. But what that did to my body, I understand this, but I had every side effect that you could get, guys. I'm like, guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Like, no, these are just the side effects. I'm like, so I quit taking them. They had me on something where on this one, because I'm seizure prone, because of that dirt nerves or whatever, that if I come off of it without coming off it, you risk death. And I just quit taking it. I'm like, I ain't taking none of this anymore. And I tell you, for 2 to 3 months, I only took them for a little over a month. And for 2 to 3 months, I could taste it in my fucking mouth. It was in my system, brothers, sisters. It would not come out of me, man. it would not come out of me. It was just in me, and I just felt it, and it was just in my breath, and it was in my, it was the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. I would never, ever want to wish to everybody have to take any of these prescription medicines. They're just absolutely, the side effects are horrible. And I'm telling you, that stuff did not come out of my system. And I ate pretty good there. My mom cooked a lot because I was 5 kids. So I was the last one to move back to my mom's house. Everybody thought I was going to be the first one, but I was the last one. But anyways, hey, I tell you what, I am blessed to be here right now, brothers, sisters. I am so blessed to be upright and still walking today. And especially out the state of Oregon, they did to me. SWAT raided my house, grenade me, hit me in the face with a concussion flash bang grenade, and then lob 5 tear gas. I got to go. It's my pain doctor. I'm 5 Percocet. I know, 10s. That's crazy. I can't do Percocet. I cannot do opium. My body, I get itchy. I get rashes. I can't do opium. I can't do Percocet. Hell no. My body hates that stuff the worst. Absolutely hates it. Hates it. I'm telling you, my body just rejects it the whole time. It does not want it. I feel like I'm crawling out of my skin and I'm itching. I'm like, why in the hell would anybody want to feel like that? So I despise all these prescription narcotics. And, I know people take pills for, heart, medicine and things like that, but keep your stinking medicine cabinet meth away from me, and your Percocet, your synthetic drugs are garbage. I've been able to use cannabis as needed. I try to use high quality, like oils that are high terpene, cold pressed. I don't do any of this. Anyways, a lot of this stuff, that's because I've grown my own medicinal medicine before, is not very good. It's full of a lot of chemicals, and they've induced it to genetically modified. And I'd be 100% honest with you, brothers, sisters. Most of this stuff that I've seen as a trichome farmer or a medicinal cannabis grower, and I go to some of these dispensaries, the names, it's just, this isn't what these are. There's very little, if any, sativa left at all. And I warned people about when they would take and legalize this, that this is exactly what they would do. They would start mixing and taking away that sativa, which for medicinally, it gives you this little more uppity, an indica is a heavier, like give you couch lock and make you want to sit there and melt, and that works for some people for some pain thing. But you're not supposed to be using that kind of medication during the day. I mean, if like I'm here on the property, I'm not going anywhere, I'll use medication. If I'm leaving, I won't. But, I can't do indica in the middle of, in the morning and then expect to be awake by 10 o'clock. I'm going to be out of it. I'm going to get couch lock and get Velcro on my butt, and I can be able to get up. Right. So that's what they have done. They have heavily crossbred all this. Now, the idea of having a euphoric feeling, sativa and an indica is a mixing of the two. So you don't feel over bubbly, and you don't feel so, that you're feel like you can't move. You're zombified, right? Medication's strong these days, brothers, sisters. I know. So they do that. So, but then they're crossing that, and it's a good, that's medicinally, that's very, for some patients, it works excellent. Some patients do not do well on that. Some patients need a very heavy indica for it to work. That's what they want to give me. But I actually find out that sativa works better, as I'm a medicinal trichome farmer. I know that's what works better for me. I can actually grow sativa strong as indica and make you think it's indica, but I don't like to grow it I use it for medicine, not to get high. I don't get high. I get a little medicated, and I don't get a head change. I don't get a head rush. I don't get that. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I use it as a medicinal, and I have had luck. No, I've been very blessed. No such thing as fortune, no such thing as luck, to be able to be in a state where I can have access to use, and get access to good medication, medicinal cannabis, or actually grow it myself. So it's been years since I've grown, but I have some access from time to time. Boy, I ate that gummy the other day, and that really helped me. Boy, these are the best. These are my favorite gummies. if you ever needed proof for God, cannabis and pineapple, brothers and sisters. I've had this one for, oh man, just smelling it is wonderful. So there's your proof. If you need proof of a, but I only use it as needed. Like I said, I've had these for months. I don't normally use them unless I really need them. So what I really need to do is I really need to eat, right? So, and then the great thing I told you that I experienced, all the side effects of, these narcotic pills that they made me take for, a month, and I quit taking them. I know that when I take and intake cannabis, whether I use it in an edible form or I use an oil or something to eat an oil or something like that, I only have ever experienced the 3 major side effects of intaking cannabis. And you guys can agree with me or not. I don't know if you've ever experienced these symptoms. They could call it a side effect, could call it a symptom, but they're the 3 H's. The 3 H's. You guys know what the 3 H's are from cannabis? What are the three H's of side effects of cannabis? Does anybody know what those 3 H's are? And then I got to go, guys, after this. What are the 3 side effects? Or there's really no side effects. Cannabis doesn't have side effects. So get real, says Trouble. Well, you're in double trouble. You're in bubble trouble. Oh, bubble trouble. Get away from me. 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. He's got it. Trouble's got it. Bubble trouble. Trouble. Is it bubble trouble or is it trouble? Okay, so Trouble got it correct. Okay, Trouble got it correct. The 3 side effects, they're not side effects, brothers and sisters. The only ones I've ever experienced are happy. Thank you for answering that correctly. They're Trouble. Horny. Or hungry, which most people are hungry, right? So, yeah, there's no side effects to using cannabis, brothers and sisters. I'm not giving any medicinal information here. It's just theory. Consult your doctor before changing any medication or using any medicinal herbs, roots, bark, flowers. Hey, it's my favorite flower that grows up out the dirt. So, all right, guys, much blessings. Thank you guys for your time. We went live because these cop suckers are down there at my driveway harassing me again. So if they come down the driveway again, we'll go live again. Okay? Isn't that stupid, Ross? Isn't that stupid? And that's stupid? Well, they got dispensaries, so they make a ton of money off dispensaries now. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's not actually legal anywhere on this rock. Nowhere has it been. It's been decriminalized, but even at the federal level, and we'll send our DEA and our DOJ and to other countries to enforce cannabis. I don't think it is legal. It's not been legalized anywhere. Not federally, it hasn't. So it's been done at a state level. It's been decriminalized, but there's nowhere in the world right now. It's still a Schedule 1 felony. Isn't that the stupidest thing you've ever heard? I rebuke this government for keeping it away from medicinal. There are so many different forms of cannabis in the feminine TC or THC, TCB, TCN. There are many different kinds in that, plant that we can be using this medicine. Like you take heart attack medicine, you take, medicine because you got low blood pressure. Why have they stifled this research, brothers and sisters? Think about this child that's suffering, like somebody's taking a soap and a sock and beating the snot out of that child with grand mal seizures in Idaho, and that parent cannot get access to cannabis. And one state over in Colorado, or above or below, they that parent can get some oils. That's right. They got to make money off of it. You got it, you guys. That's all it is. It's a moneymaker. It's crazy how much money through these dispensaries that the federal government makes off this, and they still have not legislated. I think Obama brought it up when he was in office. Joe Trump Biden. Joe Trump Biden, right? Joe Trump Barry Biden. He brought it up to be rescheduled, but they never did anything. I never heard anything. It got put on, the ballot, got brought up to the House, and I don't know how far it went through, but I don't think it ever finally, made its full rounds through the House, Congress, and the Senate and completed its, final legalization. So what an apostate nation to deny cannabis or access to medicines that would have very little, if any, side effects. And again, happy, hungry, and horny, that's not the worst thing in the world, if you ask me. So, but I appreciate you guys. I got to go. I got to get some food in my belly. Got to go check on these ladies out there. I'm going to go see if them cops are down at the end of the driveway again, harassing me. So I got to stay up on this, guys. They're going to do something stupid again. I feel it, man. They're idiots. They already ran over my, property once, and now they're out here wrecking the driveway again. So that's what cops do. That's why they're pigs, people in government, pig lickers. Don't be a pig licker. Don't be a boot licker, brothers and sisters. Christ stood up to what was known as the halakha and haggadah. They had perverted the Old Testament and made their own Targum, their own Mishnah. A halakha and haggadah was an oral and a written law. This is not a constitutional republic anymore, brothers and sisters. This is a corporation. So if you don't stand against it, you're judged, that shall be judged. You're going to be judged as a corporation. I hope, that's not going to turn out very well for you. I can tell you that. So I know the scriptures. I've read it. So I know, stay in the word, brothers and sisters. Do not partake in unfruitful works of darkness. This is a very dark nation that does dark, dark, dark things. 1,000+ military bases, man. In 180, that's all 180 countries, brothers and sisters. There's nowhere that this united tyrant veterans like myself don't reach and just destroy other countries when we're not even supposed to have one single veteran outside of our borders, not under this testament. Share that with everybody, please. I don't know anybody else on this rock except for myself that's talking about that. Not one other pastor, not one other minister, not one other person is going out and sharing the fact that under this covenant where he said, do not avenge yourself, turn your cheek 7 times 70, that is 490 times. Meek, not weak. He said, let vengeance be mine. Do not avenge yourself. That means no foreign entanglements, brothers and sisters. I rebuke America. We are the worst nation that's ever walked this rock. We were blessed at one point in time. We left our borders and we left this constitutional republic, and now it's a corporation. I will seek political asylum. I am, brothers and sisters. After today, I'm going to push this harder and harder. So if you do and you're outside the United States, if there's any nation that would have me, I'm ready to go. At any time, I would leave this place and even leave the books here if I had to. I can get some more books where I go. I need to take 2 animals and 2 cats, so I have to take my animals. I'm not going to leave them here behind. I am going to continue to seek asylum, brothers and sisters. I believe that, I'm trying to contact the consulates in some of these other countries and see if one of these countries will actually open up my file so something can get done. 1 year ago, they SWAT raided my house, and the file has never been opened up to this day. They've taken every right from me except for my First Amendment right. I don't have any other right. I've been stripped of every other one. That's hard to believe, but I am an American, Army discharged, military veteran, and I don't have any rights. They've stripped me of every right except for my right of speech, given to me by Congress, protected by the federal government, not there to make laws, but to protect. They have stripped me. The state that came in and SWAT raided my house and kidnapped my daughter and hit me in the face with a grenade and shot my son. And they don't want to look at it because they made some serious mistakes on this SWAT raid. They never even Mirandized me, brothers and sisters, hitting me in the face with a grenade when I wasn't reaching for a weapon. I was not calling out for violence. I was not even actually engaging at all with them, only asking if my son was okay. That's an excessive force and potential murder, attempted murder. And I do hope that one day this man that threw that grenade to my face will stand trial. And all what these people did to my son and my daughter is just appalling. Their whole life's ripped apart. So I don't seek vengeance. It's Father doing it. If he created all things, and these men are doing exactly what Father told them to do. So I'm glad that I have my brain wrapped around that. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Thy kingdom come is the coming to the bride. That is the wedding feast of the lambs. Thy will be done is what I pray for. That's the only thing I pray for. So whatever's happening in my life, this has got to be Father's will, because this is what I prayed for. So if you pray for me, don't you be praying for anything other than his will. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse, leave a comment on this video after it's done. Please talk about those cop suckers. Make a comment. Don't be the silent majority. Don't go down in history as the one that, they watch people walk right to the smokestacks during World War II to their deaths. Is that you? Speak up, soldier of God. speak up, please. I want to hear you. Go out there, be lions. Go out there and let them hear you roar, brothers and sisters. Okay, that's all I got. I got a First Amendment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep speaking until they either kill me or take my life, or I don't know how they're going to silence me. They brought, 30 men with guns. Didn't work last time. So I don't think they're going to be successful at that. I really don't. So I'm going to let you go, brothers, sisters. Again, please leave a comment. And then if you want to support the ministry through a monetary, there's links in the description for Cash App, PayPal. I was having some issues with my PayPal. I figured it out. It wasn't to the right email. I've had people send PayPals, and I don't know where they went. So I feel, I don't know. But it is what it is. So not required. Your tithe the time is all I'm asking you for. If you've got it, please give me some more when you have it. If you have abundance, I'm trying to pay off a ministry, so I will accept any donations to the ministry. If you're watching the restream, links are in the description. Please leave a comment, like this channel if you haven't already, and then subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't, hit the notification button. I think it's working again. Hit that bell button if you could. Not bell ball Satan, like bell bottom jeans, boots with the fur. No, like A minor, like Kendrick Lamar. Let's not play stupid bull, guys. Don't be stupid. That means to be nice. All right, Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Welcome to the new age. Welcome to Revelation. We are in the last book, brothers and sisters. Whoa.